We are live at Coletco for tonight's Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. I'm going to go ahead and fix me another drink right quick. Resale tonight. Resale. That's what we're doing. When you're on and watching, be sure to let me know. Let us all know. Say hi. I'll get us all rolling in just a second. Should have a great turnout tonight. People love to see what's in the resale boxes. Sometimes I do too, because sometimes I don't know myself. I'm like, they didn't pay for that? Give me 1 second though. I'm on the other side of the room, and then we'll start sharing and caring in just a second. Let me grab me a new bottle of water. All right, so the first two crates are going to be putbacks and non-payment, mostly putbacks and non-payments. And excuse me while I take a drink of water. You'll be hearing me say that a lot. I'll be trying to mute my mic a little bit more tonight, though. Good enough. All right, I'm ready to start sharing. Not start selling yet, but start sharing. Hopefully y'all can do the same. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go over here to Coletco first. Here's tonight's feed. I'm going to share it into some groups. There's that. Let's go over here to that. And here to that. Now, next is, let's get the link shared in a few places. Let's start here. Post it here. And let's go over here to the main Coletco page. And click there. And here. All right. All right. Last thing. Let's go over here to this. All right, now YouTube. We're also on YouTube. I'm being very quiet right now because I'm getting this shared everywhere. But here's my hand. I promise we are live. Let's post on our story. Did I post it? Okay. All right. Now I'm going to officially start talking. Hope y'all like to hear me talk because you're about to. Let's get the chat pulled up and see what we got going on. I think we've been through this crate several times tonight, or several times. It's 8:09. It's usually about prime time, but we had to start an hour late. One, I got here a little bit later than I normally do. Second, Tanner's in the back canceling orders right now that we've sent reminders and final reminders to. So the first thing I want to do is just go through non-payments and putbacks. I'm going to go ahead and start doing that right now. So also, we may run across some stuff where some people's like, hey, I think that was missing from my invoice. And if you do see anything like that, please let us know. I've got a couple LPs here we're going to auction off first, which we haven't. These are some of these are some really old putbacks, as in ancient. But it's people that bought from us from a long time, and We just lost communication with them. So I'll tell you more about payments and putbacks in just a second. I'll explain how we're going to start doing that now that I think we've got a better system built. We've done a huge purge. So first is Motley Crue's Greatest Hits. I don't think this is the Walmart version. Buy this as if it's black vinyl. I know the other night we had an open copy that was colored vinyl from Walmart. Just buy this as if it's black vinyl, Motley Crue's Greatest Hits. That's a $25 start. And we have a Weird Al Yankovic record in 3D. And I don't think this has ever been put out for sale. So actually, first time showing this. The vinyl is near mint pristine. The cover's in shrink wrap. That's also a $20 start. So Motley Crue's Greatest Hits and Weird Al, those are $20 starts. Now, if you have any questions, I just really now have the feed pulled up for the first time tonight. And so now I can officially look at comments and questions and concerns. And we'll start with some crates of putbacks. All right, so we have putbacks and we have non-payments. Putbacks are stuff that, somebody got something and they changed their mind or they didn't get it. We accidentally tagged the wrong person and we hadn't found the right owner. Or, they canceled on us, kind of like, hey, I don't want this, which that's okay here and there. We ask that you don't make a habit of that. And then there's some people that will have actually non-payments where we've messaged people. We give you 2 weeks. Usually that's the second week. We start sending reminders and like, can you please pay us? And if you don't, we start canceling your orders. We're going to get a lot more strict on that because we have way too much that's accumulated. So if you're a regular with us, that's not a problem. Most of this is like 5% of our buyers, okay? But we sell so much, 5% can really accumulate to a whole lot. So, all right, let's go back up to the top. We have Weird Al at 20, Motley Crue at 25, Weird Al again at 20 with Jason Fortner at. Anthony Smith was in first. So, let's see what we have in here. And this is Betty Wright, and some of these may have stickies on them. If you accidentally see a name, ignore that. Some of these people aren't no payers or non-payers. It may just be a putback or we tagged it for the wrong person. And some of these were on sale. And if they were on sale when we originally sold them, I'm going to put them on sale again. This is Betty Wright. 1 step up, 2 steps back. This is $7.49. Betty Wright, 1 step up, 2 steps back. And that's a dub version on the back. 1984, $7.49. That was half off. White Witch. I've got 2 White Witch albums here. These are from Wayne Titsworth's collection. These are $29.99 each. I remember these from Wayne's collection. White Witch and what's the other one called? Let's see. This is the one that's not self-titled. This is A Spiritual Greeting. There's 2 White Witch albums. Those are both from Wayne's collection. $29.99 each. Colin Butler is first on Betty Wright. Addison, that was half off at $7.49. Motley Crue's at 25. Final call on Motley Crue, Brooks Valter. Brooks has that for 25, going twice, going 3 times. And Weird Al is with Jason Fortner at 25. That's going once, going twice. The newest Yes album, Mirror to the Sky, limited to 500, new and sealed, $49.99, of course, on colored vinyl. We have Van Halen, 1984. This was a VG copy for $19.99. VG copy, $19.99. Van Halen, 1984. VG, $19.99. Shades of Deep Purple. That's in shrink wrap. Shades of Deep Purple, $34.99. Tetragrammaton, what's the name of that label? Tetragrammaton label, $34.99. Shades of Deep Purple. This was sold at auction, I think, and it was either not paid for or it was a putback. This is U2, The Joshua Tree, virgin vinyl, translucent, near mint with inner sleeve and insert. That was $50. We'll sell that for the auction price of $50. Okay, so Colin got Betty. Motley Crue's at 26. Yes, Addison is tagging tonight. Does Weird Al have the inner sleeve? Weird Al has a generic wide inner sleeve. High bid on that is $25, going twice, going 3 times. Andrew Teets put Can. I think that was for Van, right? Van Halen. Sell that to Andrew Teets. Brooks is at 27 on Motley Crue. So is Joseph Felicetti. Motley Crue's at 30. Aram Lozelle gets U2. And that is $50. $50 on U2. No stickers on that. That was sold at auction. The Police, Synchronicity. That's on purple translucent vinyl, $29.99. Purple translucent vinyl, $29.99 on the Police, Synchronicity. Leonard Skinnard, one more from the road. Near mint with that original insert. MCA with the MCA inner sleeves. $39.99. OG Press, one more from the road. Greg Brummett wants the deep purple, shades of deep purple. That's sold to Greg Brummett. So we have Brooks at 33 on Crew. Anthony's out on Weird Al. That's what I was waiting for C. So we're about to sell Weird Al for $25 to Jason Fornerat. Pops of Peace. This was on sale. $9.99. That's a VG condition. VG condition. Pops of Peace, Paul McCartney. Johnny Cash, Bitter Tears. $19.99 for Johnny Cash, Bitter Tears. Ballads of the American Indian. Columbia 2i Stereo, $19.99. Michelle is out on Motley Crue. Brooks has that for $33. Also a final call on that. This was sold, this was a best offer. $45 on John Prine self-titled. VG Plus condition. We had it at $49. We sold that for $45. It's a 71 Richmond pressing. Richmond pressing, $45 on that. Let me figure out what that is in just a second. It was a 45. Let's go ahead and tag Weird Al. That's sold to Jason Fornerat, $25. We may just have to set that aside because we need to put it in a new sleeve. Motley Crue's at 34. Aerosmith, Get Your Wings is EX, $24.99. Get Your Wings, EX copy, $24.99 on Aerosmith, Get Your Wings. Styx, Kilroy Was Here, $19.99. Near Mint Gatefold, Jeff, I just sold Weird Al. It sold for $25. Billy Ocean, Suddenly, in shrink wrap with hop sticker, Caribbean Queen. That's EX, $16.99. And Pink Floyd, A Collection of Great Dance Songs, $39.99. Pink Floyd, A Collection of Great Dance Songs, $39.99. So Joseph's at 34 on Motley Crue. Let me go ahead and show this Beatles 45. This is the Beatles, Strawberry Fields Forever in Penny Lane. It's a VG minus, $16.99. VG minus on the vinyl. Pretty decent cover. VG plus probably on Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane. That was $16.99. That's sold to Ivan Villavenicio. I'll lay that right there. That's sold to Ivan. And Nigel Del Rocket wants SFF. SFF. Nigel Del Rocket. That was Strawberry Fields Forever. Never mind. Nigel was first to that. Same thing. That's what Ivan claimed. Nigel was first to that. Then Trey. And Brian C's first to Aerosmith. Now we can do a final call on Motley Crue. Motley Crue is at $34 with Joseph Felicetti. That's sealed. Motley Crue's greatest hits. I'm assuming that's the black vinyl version. We had a Walmart exclusive colored we auctioned off the other night for like $65-ish. That is at $34. It's new and sealed. Joseph's at $34. Pink Floyd is near mint. Really nice cover and really nice vinyl. $39.99. A collection of great dance songs. If you're just joining us, I'll say this one more time before I go back to the crate. Everything in here is either non-payments or put back, and that's all we're going to have all night. It's going to be like a whole new arrival show because there's great records, and they're all putbacks and non-payments, so that's what we're going to have all night. I've got 2 crates up here. I'm getting emails as I speak where Tanner's canceling unpaid invoices. They're coming in about every 2 seconds. Final call on that. I grabbed the wrong record. Arm Lozelle, sold on Pink Floyd. Okay, we have Tangerine Dream, Cyclone. In shrink wrap, Tangerine Dream, $24.99. That's near mint in shrink wrap, Tangerine Dream. REO Speedwagon, 9 lives. That's a VG copy, $9.99. VG copy, $9.99. Fleetwood Mac Mirage, a German pressing, $24.99. Fleetwood Mac Mirage, $24.99. That's an 82 German pressing. Marty Ellis, first on REO Speedwagon. Marty Ellis, first on REO Speedwagon. Charlie Beasley, you were second. And this sold for $25. I'll do the same price again. That's Air Supply, Now and Forever, Japanese pressing. That's sold for $25. Same price on that. All right, let's go ahead and sell Motley Crue to Joseph Felicetti for $34. We have Chris Cornell, his first ever hits collection, which is a 2 LP compilation of Chris Cornell, $49.99. And Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction, $28.99. Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction. Foreigner, Head Games, near mint, $19.99. Vinyl inner sleeve does have a couple pieces of tape there on the spine. That's $19.99. And Chris Royalty is first on Chris Cornell. Chris Royalty first on Chris Cornell. Chris, have you bought from us before? I feel like I've said that name before, but I don't think I've said it too many times. Let me step over here and turn on the air conditioner. As usual, my mom turned it up to 78 degrees and then turned it off, so Let me turn that on. It happens every. I need to set a reminder or a note first thing I get here to turn on the AC. It happens every night. I get up here, start talking and selling records, and it's literally 81 degrees in here. So, what happened? All right, so Chris, you know what to do then. That's so due for $49.99. Thank you. David Eberly wants Head Games by Foreigner. Head Games by Foreigner. That's so to David Eberly. And offers, not right now. Let's revisit. I'll probably do a big recap after we go through everything once. Everything right now is sticker, but thanks for asking. Everything right now is sticker. Kim Wilde is VG Plus, $14.99. Tina Turner, Break Every Rule, $24.99. Tina Turner, Break Every Rule. This is in shrink wrap. Tommy the Who, $44.99. It's a Deca pressing too with a gold award record sticker. Tommy's in shrink wrap. It does have some tape on it. Somebody has taped down the shrink wrap, but it is in shrink wrap. $44.99. And Black Sabbath Master of Reality, $33.99. That's new and sealed Master of Reality. And Megadeth Rust in Peace is $44.99. Let's see. Next comment is the Japanese we had was Air Supply, Now and Forever, $25. Next is Anthony Smith on Kim Wilde. Anthony Smith gets Kim Wilde. We have no new claims after that. Alabama, Roll On, $9.99. We have more Megadeth, Rust in Peace, $44.99. Tom Waits, Closing Time, $33.99. Half Speed Master on transparent double vinyl, $33.99. And another Tom Waits Closing Time, 50th anniversary, $33.99. I need to make sure we don't have a waiting list for that. I don't know if we do or not. I don't think we do. I think maybe somebody asked about it, but I said we were sold out of it. Okay, let me go back up to the top here. We has is Megadeth and OG. Megadeth, no, these are new sealed remasters, $44.99. I've got a bunch of them. George Ellis on U2. Which U2 did we have in here? George, we had a Joshua Tree, but that's already been spoken for. And then Dave Plunkett put AL. That's for Alabama. That's sold to Dave Plunkett. And then both Tom Waits are sold. Rich Recor and Neil Brashear both got Tom Waits. Those are sold and sold. Leave Mom alone. She brought you this world. She can take you out. Don't worry. I don't mess with my mom. Very dangerous woman. Sherry Darnell, you were third on Tom Waits. We have Megadeth, Rust in Peace, $44.99. We have Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever, $14.99. Ted Nugent. Soundgarden, A-Sides, $38.99. That's new and sealed. Soundgarden A-Sides, $38.99. John Cougar Mellencamp, that's $19.99. And The Police, Ghost in the Machine, VG Plus, and about a VG Plus cover, $17.99. Anthony Smith, first on Ted Nugent. That's sold to Anthony Smith. What do we have here? Dogs in Space soundtrack, maybe. Dogs in Space, $39.99. I don't know if we ever showed that before. Dogs in Space, $39.99. And a Tribe Called Quest, 12-inch single on Jive. This is $19.99. Tribe Called Quest. Bonanita Applebum. Well, that's tough to say. Anthony Smith, first on Ted Nugent. I've already pulled that. We have Andrew Showen, first on The Police. Andrew Showen got Police Ghost in the Machine. Mark Cunningham on Tribe Called Quest. And Colin Butler first on Dogs in Space soundtrack. Let me see what I have over here in this next crate, maybe for auction. I think there is some non-payment auction stuff that I can put up. It's mostly buy it nows, but if I see something I can auction, we'll do it. I think a lot of this was just buy it now stuff, though. Let me see here. Yeah, mostly buy it now, half and half vintage. Yeah, we'll just hold off on auctions right now. I know Tanner's canceling a lot more. We'll have plenty more in just a second. How much were the White Witch albums of condition on both? So White Witch was, these are from Wayne's collection. We don't have any condition notes on the vinyl. So that means, you know the drill on that, EX Plus to Near Mint Minus. Yeah, they're probably EX Plus, Near Mint Minus. This one's a really nice cover, EX or better. This one's about VG, where it's white. It shows a lot of wear. Not like damage or anything, just wear. And those are $29.99 on both. Brent, you were second on the Dogs in Space soundtrack. And we have I Want Your Sex by George Michael, $24.99. Can you hold up the Synchronicity cover? I can, Christy Lorenzo. I know you've been ordered. We already sell it. No, it's still in there. There is The Police. Purple vinyl, purple translucent vinyl, $29.99. The Police Synchronicity. There's the cover. There's what? How many different ones? 17 different covers? All right. Let's see. Neil Diamond, Velvet Gloves and Spit. Neil Diamond is $29.99. That's an original on Uni. Little River Band, First Under the Wire, $9.99. Snow Patrol, this is new and sealed. When it's all over, we still have to clear up. That's $39.99, new and sealed Snow Patrol. Willie Nelson, this was a best offer. Columbus Stockade Blues, we sold this for 16 bucks. Columbus Stockade Blues, that was $16. Sherry Darnell wants Snow Patrol. That's sold to Sherry Darnell. This was also for $16. The Fabulous Johnny Cash, that is in shrink wrap. Columbia Special Products, $16. That was in shrink wrap. Andrew Teets wants Willie Nelson. That was $16 to Andrew Teets. $16 on that Willie Nelson. So was that Johnny Cash. Ah, the Redheaded Stranger. That was sticker price. VG Plus $19.99. VG Plus $19.99. 38 different covers. Wow. Twice as many as I thought. We sold this for $28. I'll do that same price. This is Johnny Cash Silver. We sold that for $28. 1979 Terre Haute Gold Stamp Promo. $28 on that. And this is new and sealed Tenacious D. Tenacious D, self-titled, $44.99. Paul Gill, or Gill Quadruple 7. I think that's Paul Gill. He wants the Little River Band. That's sold to Paul Gill. Keep on the Sunny Side, the Carter Family. That's $14.99 with Johnny Cash. Carter Family and Johnny Cash, $14.99. Ray Thomas, Hopes, Wishes, and Dreams. That was in the half-off bin, so that's only $7.49. Ray Thomas of the Moody Blues, $7.49 on that. This is Paul Simon, in shrink wrap, near mint. Paul Simon, self-titled, $19.99. Charlie Beasley wants the Ray Thomas. That was half off of the sticker on the back, which is $7.49. Metal Church, Congregation of Annihilation is $29.99. Congregation of Annihilation is $29.99. And we have Hank 4, and the Strange Band, Southern Circus, new and sealed, $31.99. $31.99. Okay, Neil says Sherry can have the Tom Waits if she wants it. We will see if Sherry wants it. Also trying to keep putbacks to a minimum. John Lang on Metal Church. Okay, we have, yes, one more time. Let me sort new and vintage so we can, I can tell you what's new and what's pre-owned or vintage. So here's all the new stuff from this first bin. Yes is $49.99. Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction, $28.99. Master of Reality, $33.99. Megadeth, and Megadeth, $44.99. Rust in Peace. Soundgarden, $38.99, and Tenacious D is $44.99. Sherry, Neil is graciously offering you his copy of Tom Waits if you want it. If you don't want it, he said he'll keep it. Just let me know either way. And I left out one new sealed record, which is Hank 4, or known as 4. That is $31.99. The vintage stuff is Leonard Skinner, One More From the Road, an original with the insert, $39.99. These are pretty recent putbacks. Paul McCartney was a sale price, VG, $9.99. Johnny Cash was $19.99, 360 sound. John Prine, I took $45 on that the first night we showed it. 71 Richmond Preston VG Plus condition. Styx, Kilroy Was Here, near mint, $19.99. Billy Ocean Suddenly was EX, $16.99, shrink wrap and hop sticker. Tangerine Dream Cyclone, $24.99. That's near mint and shrink wrap. Fleetwood Mac Mirage was an 82 German Preston, $24.99. Air Supply was sold at auction for $25, now and forever. Tina Turner, Break Every Rule, $24.99. We have Tommy the Who. It's in shrink wrap. It does have some tape around the shrink wrap. Near mint, $44.99. John Cougar Mellencamp, that's $19.99. White Witch, we got two different ones. They're both $29.99. And like I said, those were from Wayne's collection. Andrew Teets wants Hank 4. And Andrew Schoen is on Who. Andrew Schoen on Who, and that was the Tommy album. That's sold to Andrew Schoen. We have George Michael, I Want Your Sex, $24.99. Still got a Synchronicity for $29.99. Ivan Vilvenicio wants the Air Supply. That was $25 to Ivan. Neil Diamond, Velvet Gloves and Spit on Uni, $29.99. And the Fabulous Johnny Cash in shrink wrap. Like I said, I'll honor the same price I sold that for originally, for $16. Jerry Charbuski on JC. JC, I bet that was for John Cougar. Let me know if that's not right. Amy Hutchings on CC. CC would be for... I don't know. CC. Looking for a CC, unless it's something I hadn't got to yet, which I don't see any other CC. What was CC, Amy? And then John Prine was $45. Todd Tipton gets Fleetwood Mac. We'll go ahead and tag that, so we'll hold off on Amy's tag for a second. We'll give Todd Tipton the Fleetwood Mac. Wolves Council on White Witch. Let me know which White Witch you want. Wolves, or you can have both of them. Jerry Charbusky said that was correct on John Cougar. We have Willie Nelson, Redheaded Stranger, VG Plus $19.99. Johnny Cash Silver, that was $28. Keep on the Sunny Side, Carter Family $14.99. And Paul Simon was in Shrink Wrap $19.99. Chris Cornell, oh yes, that was from earlier. I don't know if you're a little bit behind or maybe thought it was still in there, but that is sold. But I have more. I have one right here I can sell you. This is sold to Amy Hutchings, Chris Cornell. I've still got more. I've got two more if anybody else wants one. There's one for Amy. Let's see here. White Witch was sold to Wolves Council, and he wants both of them. Both White Witches are sold to Wolves Council. Amy got that. John Lang put WN. WN was for drum roll. I don't know what that could be for either, unless it's something that's already sold. And Megadeth is on black vinyl. Megadeth is Rust in Peace, new sealed remaster black vinyl. John Lang. Willie Nelson. Is there? Oh, there is a Willie Nelson here. Sorry, right here in front of me. That's sold to John Lang, Willie Nelson. Okay, we got 276 people watching. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We've got nothing. This is a great show because it's all putbacks and non-payments. We've got plenty to go through. Let me clean up a few sticky notes, and I'm going to bring up a new crate. These are all non-payments and putbacks. When we sell something to you, we like for you to be able to pay the invoice on Monday. That's ideally. However, we give you 2 weeks. Now, after 2 weeks, if you hadn't paid for it, we start to get a little worried. And then if we haven't heard from you after 2 weeks and you're not communicating with us, we're probably going to go ahead and resell your records, and you're probably in jeopardy of not being able to buy from us ever again if you're not talking to us or not letting us know what's going on. So after 2 weeks, if you hadn't paid, that's pretty bad. But we sometimes, if you're a regular and something's happened, we'll give you a little extra time. But what I've always told everybody, of course, things like I said can happen. If you're on our sale and you're buying something, I would think the common sense practice would be, if you're about to buy a Rush Moving Pictures box set, that's $299.99. I would think that you would have the money like in your account at the moment of purchase. So, or that you're expecting to have it by Monday when we send an invoice, especially with pre-orders or anything like that. So here's our first putback. Rush Moving Pictures. This is the Super Deluxe box set, $299.99. What payments do you accept? If you have a credit or debit card, then you can pay us, which that's through a Square invoice. Credit or debit card. I don't think I know anybody who doesn't have a credit or debit card. I had an uncle who went a long time without having one, but he finally had to get one. So, all right. We have some more putbacks. Fastway, $44.99, limited to 1,000. Actually, this is a canceled order. The guy just tried to buy something in the group this morning. And I was like, hey, you didn't pay for that Fastway record from like 3 months ago. So, $44.99. This is limited to 1,000 on red vinyl. $44.99. Fastway music on vinyl, $44.99. Avenged Sevenfold, City of Fear, translucent red vinyl, $36.99. Avenged Sevenfold. Todd Tipton wants Fastway. I actually have more of these. I've got about 5 left. I started out with like a bunch of those. I don't know how many, but we don't have many left. Sublime, $5 at the door. That's a fairly new release. Indie exclusive yellow vinyl, $39.99. Andrew Schoen wants Avenged Sevenfold. That's sold to Andrew Schoen. Santana, Supernatural, $36.99. New and sealed. That's called Smooth, or that's the big hit song on there. Nashville Go, 2LP RCA compilation, $19.99. We have Roseanne Cash, interview with Martha Hume. It's actually got music on here too, and I think interview segments in between, $9.99. Marshall Tucker Band, Searching for a Rainbow. That's vintage, OG, $14.99. Warrant, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. This is the green vinyl. What color are they on now? This may be the first issue. $44.99 on Warrant, and that's green vinyl. The ones over here are clear. Yeah, this is the first. This is the first press from Music on Vinyl. That's the green. $44.99 on Warrant. Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. The Beatles, Rock and Roll Music Volume 2, $19.99. And the Beatles, Rock and Roll Music Volume 1, $19.99. Rebecca Barber, First to Santana. We have Dog Eat Dog. That's on blue and red marbled vinyl, limited edition, numbered. Dog Eat Dog is $44.99. More Warrant, and that's on green vinyl as well, $44.99 on Warrant. New and sealed Wasp, Eldorado. That's also on colored vinyl, $39.99 on Wasp. And Slipknot, Iowa, $36.99. Limited edition, translucent, green. I think that's part of that Coke bottle clear vinyl. Don McLean, American Pie, $19.99. We're going to get into some vintage or pre-owned stuff here. Glenn Fry, nothing on this. Let's put it up for auction. $1 start. Glenn Fry, No Fun Allowed, Japanese pressing. It is near mint and pristine. Near mint and pristine. $1 start, has a Japanese insert with it. It has an original inner sleeve, decently or pretty nice cover with Obi. $1 start on Glen Fry. That evidently sold and somebody didn't pay for it, but now hopefully who buys it now gets it paid for. Let me go back to the Todd. Todd Tipton got Fastway. Andrew Showing on Vince Sevenfold. Tyler Sloan only had one copy of that. Sears credit card. No Sears credit card here. Santana went to Rebecca. Jeff H. wants Warren Green. That's this Warren on green vinyl on Addison. That was $44.99. We'll sell that to Jeff H. Thank you. I got one of those left. No Whataburger. I ate Whataburger last night at like 4 a.m. and didn't need to. I'm going to stay away from there for a couple weeks or days. Glenn Fry, 5'5". Andrew Showing said he'll take the Don McLean. Glenn Fry, 6'2" and 10. We have Supertramp, Brother Where You Bound, $19.99 on Supertramp. Supertramp, Crisis, What Crisis? That's $24.99. Starship, Knee Deep in the Hoopla, We Built This City, $14.99. John Lang also wants a Warrant on green vinyl. That's the first reissue of that. That's also $44.99. Sell that to John Lang. Let's see, Glenn Fry, 10.7. Marty Ellis first on Starship. Anthony Smith second. Todd Tipton, Wasp, was $39.99. $39.99. This sold at auction for $35, no payment. So if anybody wants it, it's $35. That's Peter Frampton, I'm In You. Pristine Japanese pressing. Culture Club, color by numbers, $24.99. Michael McDonald is $9.99, if that's what it takes. One of his solo albums. Lionel Richie, Dancing on the Ceiling, $14.99. Huey Lewis and the News, their self-titled, or his self-titled album, $19.99. And 41 original hits from the soundtrack American Graffiti, a classic, $24.99. That's the classic soundtrack. So Glenn Fry, Tracy McFadden was in first at 10. Jeff Helton, you're out. So Tracy was in first at 10. Jimi Hendrix. Did somebody not pay for this? It was a calendar. Andrew Showing. He said, I'll take Don, I think, is what his comment said. Yeah, I'll take Don, Andrew Showing. Let's put that up for auction. That's the Jimi Hendrix official calendar, 2014. And I think somebody said it will, the dates, when does this lapse over where it can be used again? It's next year, isn't it, maybe? Is it how often does the calendars lap? But $1 start, Jimi Hendrix. They don't have a tag on it, too. Glenn Fry, 11. Glenn Fry, 12. Now, this was like a VG minus, I think. We sold this at auction. It's a VG minus for $5, if whoever wants it. In the Wake of Poseidon. That is VG minus. New and sealed Soundgarden, Screaming Live Fop, $33.99. Soundgarden. What else we have in here? AFI, All Hallows EP. I have had as many of these put back as I have sold. AFI, All Hallows EP. That is $16.99. That is new and sealed. We have Ghost, Phantomine, limited edition tan vinyl, $26.99. Power Mad, Absolute Power, 1000 on silver vinyl, $38.99. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl, The Pretenders is $24.99. Stanley Clark, School Day, Stanley Clark is $14.99. So Glenn Fry, we have $11 bid, now a $12 bid. Stevie Lee on KC, and that was King Crimson, and that was $5, the sticker price on the front. This was sold for $36, if anybody wants it. It's Earth, Wind, and Fire. All in All, Near Mint and Pristine Japanese Pressing. That was $36 if anybody wants it. Next is a couple sealed albums. We have Dr. Dre 2001, $36.99, and Janet Jackson, Janet, $44.99. Next is Kenneth Jank on Clark, Stanley Clark, that's sold to Kenneth Jank. Robert Johnson on SC, that's also for Stanley Clark, so Robert, you were second. Wasp is still available, John Lang. Wasp is $39.99. James Bragg gets Dr. Dre, and Thomas Hujar gets the Earth, Wind & Fire, and that was $36. I'll leave this old sticker on it that the previous buyer, so you have the price, but that was $36. And John Lang wants Wasp. All right, so we have a $1 bid on the Jimi Hendrix calendar, going twice, going 3 times. Jimi Hendrix, it's got some cool pictures. If anything, you can cut those out and frame them or something, try to make the use of it. Brent has that right now for $1 USD. Final call on Glenn Fry. Tracy McFadden has that for $12. Tyler's at $5 on the Jimi Hendrix calendar. All right, let me see. Let's get all the new stuff sorted from the vintage or pre-owned and see what's left in here. Tanner just brought up a whole nother crate, didn't he? I thought yeah, he brought up a whole nother crate. We'll probably be doing that for a while because I'm still seeing emails. Where invoices are being canceled. So 5 on Jimi Hendrix. Glenn Fry's at 13, 6 on Jimi Hendrix, and 15 on Glenn Fry. Here's what's left in new vinyl from this crate. Sublime is yellow vinyl, indie exclusive, $39.99. Warrant was $44.99. Dog Eat Dog, Slipknot Iowa. Iowa is the Slipknot album, $36.99. Soundgarden, $33.99. AFI, All Hallows Eve, that is new and sealed, 10-inch, $16.99. Ghost is $26.99. Power Mad is $38.99. And Janet Jackson's $44.99. We have, Tyler was not bidding $5 on the calendar, but Michael Nath is at $6 unless he wants to retract that. James Ostowitz said he'll take a Slipknot, and so does Zach. I got more of these, so let's pull one for James Ostowitz. James, I think I've sold to you before, but if I haven't, first-time buyer instructions are as follows. Please make sure you message our page. Our page is CollectCo. Make sure you message our page with your email address and your mailing address. I've got about 5 more copies of Iowa if anybody else wants one. Glenn Fry's at $20. Final call on the Hendrix at $6. And we have some of the vintage stuff left in this bin. We have Nashville Gold, $19.99 on Nashville Gold. Roseanne Cash is $9.99. Marshall Tucker Band, $14.99. The Beatles, this is Rock and Roll Music, Volume 1 and Volume 2, $19.99 each. Near Mint. Supertramp is $19.99. Supertramp, $24.99. Peter Frampton was sold at auction for $35 if anybody wants that. Culture Club, $24.99. Michael McDonald, Lionel Richie. Huey Lewis should get bought. Somebody should definitely buy American Graffiti and The Pretenders. Learning to Crawl featuring Back on the Chain Gang. All right, final call on Jimi Hendrix and final call on Glenn Fry for $20. Final call on Glenn Fry for $20. All right, Peter Frampton, $1 start. I'm In You. Back up for auction again. Didn't get paid for the first time. $1 start on that. Michael Nath, you get the calendar for $6. That's sold to Michael Nath. Peter Frampton is a $1 start, and final call on Glenn Fry, which is at $20 with Tracy McFadden. Time for a whole new crate. Hopefully we can do this for a while. We're going to end up having a whole crate of, it's about half and half right now of new vinyl and vintage vinyl. I think Tanner's got all the sticky notes off of these. Boy, it looks like some good titles. I don't have any more green warrants. I've got a bunch of warrants, but I don't have any more green. I've got them on clear vinyl. Peter Frampton, American Graffiti was $24.99. Who has more vinyl pressings, the Beatles or Elvis? That's highly debated. Probably Elvis, though. Peter Frampton 6, Peter Frampton 7, Peter Frampton 10, Peter Frampton 10. The Pretenders was $24.99. All right, we have Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers live at the Fillmore. This is $189.99. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers live at the Fillmore, 1997. $189.99. 6 LPs, 58 songs. Tom Petty is $189.99. Tammy says she'll take Marshall Tucker and American Graffiti. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl, is $24.99. We got American Graffiti being pulled. Still got the Supertramp albums, and Tammy also wants Marshall Tucker Band. Jeff H. is at $15 on Peter Frampton. And Glenn Fry, we can go ahead and sell Glenn Fry. Let's sell that to Tracy McFadden for $20. Tracy, that's yours. I know Tracy will pay for it. Peter Frampton's at $15 with Jeff H. Those are Tammy's. We have the Tom Petty box set. Let's put this up for auction. Doesn't look like it. We got a tag on it, nor do I know what it brought. So a Beatles 67 to 70. It has the lyric book. It has the discography book. It has both original inner sleeves. It has 2 near mint and pristine LPs. I don't really ever have these in check condition too often. And we'll start this at a crazy price of $1. Usually I start them for about $55 or $65. $1 start on this. It does not have an Obi. I guess I need to mention that right off the bat. No Obi on this one. So $1 start on the Beatles, 67 to 70. All right, this sold for $35. That's not a bad price for She's So Unusual. It's mint in shrink wrap with Obi. Time after time, girls just want to have fun. That is a $35 buy it now on Cyndi Lauper. This sold at auction for $75. I remember this person. They were buying a lot. I guess they just fell off the grid. Some people, they go what I call hog wild, and then we never hear from them again. They kind of lose their mind, and they have to rethink their life. So, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, $75. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, the Dream Master, featuring the theme Love Kills by Vinnie Vincent Invasion. That is a $75 buy it now. That's what it sold for at auction. 1988 gold stamp promo, $75 buy it now. Nightmare with the Vinnie Vincent Invasion, Love Kills. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, $39.99. That's the newest live at Wembley, 1974, $39.99. All right, lots of comments to sift through. Way up at the top, we had Peter Frampton at 15 with Jeff H. And then we had the Beatles at 10. We had the Beatles at 10 again. Another $10 bid, a $15 bid, a $25 bid. Thomas Hujar first on CL, Cyndi Lauper. That's $35 to Thomas Hujar, $35 on that. Beatles 16. We already had 25. Tracy's at 15 on Peter Frampton. And Jeff H. was already at 15. Lanny, you were second on Cyndi Lauper. Beatles 2025. Let's see. Beatles 25 again. Peter Frampton 20, Beatles 30. Now we're at the bottom, and I think we're caught up. So we have a Peter Frampton I'm In You, Japanese pressing with Obi. That's at $20, and the Beatles 67 to 70 is at 30 with Jeff H. So Tracy's at 20, Jeff H is at 30. And the only thing so far left in this bin is the Nightmare on Elm Street Volume 4, Vinnie Vincent Invasion, $75 buy it now. That's what it sold for at auction. And Pink Floyd is $39.99. Boston, Don't Look Back, $34.99. Sealed Anthrax, this is called Stomp 442, $36.99 on Sealed Anthrax. Warrant, this is clear vinyl, limited 3,000 on clear vinyl, $44.99. Gin Blossoms is new and sealed, New Miserable Experience, $33.99 on the Gin Blossoms. Something Special, the best of Tommy James and the Shondells, that's a VG copy, $9.99. Rubber Soul is VG Plus, $39.99, 68 Jacksonville Pressing, stereo copy, VG Plus, $39.99. David Bowie, John I'm Only Dancing, 12-inch single, VG Plus, $26.99, 79 UK. Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire, $31.99. And George Harrison, Electronic Sound, $29.99 on George Harrison, Electronic Sound on the Zappa label. Wow, don't get that one too often. Back up to the top, Beatles 31, Beatles 31. So that means a final call on Peter Frampton for 20. Tracy McFadden has Peter Frampton for 20. Never mind, Jeff H bid 22. Jeff H bid 22 on that. Beatles 31, 31. Can I please see the Nightmare on Elm Street again? You sure can. This sold at auction originally for $75. About a VG or VG Plus. Because it's black, it shows a little bit of wear. Has a gold stamp promo. Looks like a sticker residue back there on the back. Just a generic clear inner sleeve that came with it. The vinyl is near mint. It's very nice. And that's $75. That's a $75 buy it now. Okay. Charlie Beasley, first on the Tommy James. That was Something Special. That sold to Charlie Beasley. Rich Recor on Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade. Brian C., first to the George Harrison. Michael Potts was second. Beatles H is at Beatles H. Jeff H is at 33 on Beatles. Gavin says he'll pass for the moment, and the George Harrison's already sold. So now we need to do a final call on Peter Frampton. Did Tracy say out? Jeff H has that for 22. I'm trying to find Tracy. Maybe I knew that was Tracy was second on that. Morgan Wallen, one thing at a time. This is colored vinyl, $59.99. Morgan Wallen, one thing at a time. Sticks Pieces of 8 is a VG Plus, $14.99. Metallica, the Black Album, 2LP remaster, $39.99. Metallica Ride the Lightning, $26.99. Metallica Kill 'Em All, $29.99. Metallica Master of Puppets, $29.99. And Metallica and Justice for All. I remember this night, if there's ever somebody that hops on and says, do you have any Metallica albums? And I'm like, yeah, we have the whole discography. They're new and sealed. And they say, I'll take one of each. Those people are never going to pay us. It happens all the time. Somebody did it one night with the Beatles. Somebody did it one night with Led Zeppelin. Somebody's done it before with Metallica. And sometimes I'm like, let's go ahead and get payment from them tonight because they're being crazy. So I'm like, why would you all of a sudden hop on and buy 12 Metallica albums at once? So that's what happens. But we do have all these in stock. This was all one person. I think probably y'all remember that. Some people hop on, they're like, I'll take one of each of a certain artist. And I'm like, are you sure you want to do that? Because some artists, we have like 100 different albums by them. So Gavin said he passed on that, no problem. We had a $33 bid on the Beatles, $25 bid on Peter Frampton. Nightmare was $75. Eric Fisher wants Kill 'Em All. I've got duplicates of all of these. Kill 'Em All is sold to Eric Fisher. Neil wants a Justice for All. Todd Tipton wants a Black Album. Garage Days. We do have Garage Days. It's $24.99. $24.99 on Garage Days. And Neil said Justice. Oh, Justice was $39.99. Let's hold that one for a second. Let's go ahead and tag Eric for Kill 'Em All and Todd for Black Album. And if you do want that, it's $39.99. Let's see. Eric Fisher said he'll take it. That was over here. Let me pull a Garage Days. So we have Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Black Album, and Justice for All, Load, Reload, Saint Anger, Death Magnetic, Hardwired, Garage Inc., S&M, S&M 2, 72 Seasons, and this one, which is Garage Days Revisited, the $5.98 EP, which is now $24.99. That's sold to Eric Fisher. Okay. This was, well, it's stickered for $50. Sometimes I put these on sale for $35. I'll do this one for $35. Wham! Make It Big, mint, pristine, shrink wrap, and hop sticker. $35 on that. Aretha Franklin, This Girl's in Love with You. $19.99 for Aretha Franklin. Very clean looking copy for just $19.99. Wanted Garage Inc. Okay, Garage Inc. is $54.99. Triple LP. So let's put back that. If you want Garage Inc., I think it's $54.99. It's a triple LP. Just let me know if you do want that. So I'll put this in the bin in case anybody does want it. $24.99. Michael Nath on Aretha Franklin. That's sold to Michael Nath. Garage Inc. was $54.99. Kenneth was second on Aretha Franklin. Shelby third. And Brent Rabley fourth. Denise Williams, Let's Hear It for the Boy. 12-inch single from Footloose. $14.99. And Linda Ronstadt, Living in the USA picture disc. $24.99. Belinda Carlisle, VG Plus, $14.99. Let's do a final call on these auctions. Tracy McFadden, his final call on this for $25 because Jeff H. says he's out. And the Beatles is on a final call. I think everybody else has said out. 33 on the Beatles and 25 on that. Let me pull him a Garage Inc. And he said he would take that either way. So Garage Inc. I just went through all the Metallica stuff last night. I do have everything in stock, even their newest album. So this is sold to Eric Fisher. So Aretha Franklin there goes to Michael Nath. Eric Fisher gets Garage Inc. The Press and Ride the Light. These are all black vinyl remasters. Indie, we are an indie store by classification. Unfortunately, we just get black vinyl. All the colored stuff is sold at Walmart. Black vinyl remasters. John Leal gets Belinda Carlisle. How much is Death Magnetic? I think Death Magnetic, let me see here. Death Magnetic is $36.99. It's a gatefold. $36.99. Death Magnetic. Okay, back to the bottom. We're about to end these auctions. We have Madonna Borderline, $14.99. That's a 2-cut maxi single. Jim Croce, The Life and Times of Jim Croce, VG Plus, $9.99. And Waylon and Jesse. Waylon and Jesse, Leather and Lace, Near Mint, $24.99. And Merle Haggard Hag, EX, $12.99. All right. System of a Down, self-titled, new and sealed, $28.99. Craig Johnson on a Black Album. Let me step right over here and get one of these. Enter Sandman. Let's see. I like the deep, well, I guess they're not really deep cuts, but what's that other stuff? Let's see. Well, I guess well, as much as I listen to it, I guess there is no deep cuts, but yeah. That's sold to Craig Johnson, Black Album. If anybody else wants one of those are 2LP, $39.99. Donnie Moore, first on Madonna. We'll go ahead and pull that for Donnie Moore on Madonna. Charlie Beasley on Jim Croce. Randy says he'll take a Garage Inc. 2, or a Garage Inc. as well. There is no Garage Inc. 2. I guess I should say as well. I don't think I have one of those up here. We'll have to go to the back and get one. So if we just want to make a note of that. Yeah, I don't have any more in the bins. I'll have to go to the back wall and get one. So let's make a note for Garage Inc. Randy Taper, and I'll pull one of those off the back wall. We have Charlie Beasley first on Haggard. Kenneth Jank, you were second, so that's sold to Charlie Beasley. Kenneth Jank was second. Donnie Moore, you were second on Madonna. And Paul Gill you were fourth on Hag. So those are sold. Let's go ahead and end these auctions because we may run across something else in here I want to auction. I have my eyes on something right now. Jeff H. gets the Beatles comp for $33. And Tracy McFadden gets Peter Frampton for $25. All right, let's send this record to a new home. We're definitely going to get it sold right now. This is the Nightmare on Elm Street soundtrack. I think y'all heard earlier what it originally sold for. $25 start. $25 start. Blondie's also on here, and the vinyls, and of course the song by Vinnie Vincent, Invasion. $25 start. Very clean vinyl. EX Plus to Near Mint Minus. Gold Stamp promo. Now it's definitely going to be sold to somebody. Anthony Smith is at $30. That's going to be going to a new home. We have System of a Down, Toxicity. We have System of a Down, self-titled, $28.99. This is Dirt Redo. This is a cover of Alice in Chains' Dirt. It's actually really, really good. $36.99. Magnetic Eye Records, $36.99. Kiss, Ace Frehley, new and sealed, remaster, $33.99. Hotel California by the Eagles, $34.99. Hotel California by the Eagles, $34.99. Gatefold with the original inner sleeve. We have the Cramps, Let's Get Blanked Up. Starts with an F. $36.99. That's a 1998 live unofficial by the Cramps. $36.99. Sinead O'Connor, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got. That was $64.99. Sinead O'Connor, $64.99. 180 gram vinyl, cut from the 2009 remaster. Okay, Nightmare on Elm Street. 30, 25, 30, 35, 35, 35, 35, 40, 36. Chris DiLorenzo wants the Dirt Redo. That's so to Chris DiLorenzo. Shelby wants System of a Down Toxicity, or as I first called it, Toxic City, but it's Toxicity. That's so to Shelby Hurt. Tammy Hinkle on HC. That's Hotel California by the Eagles. Chris DeMoss is at 45 on Elm. Andrew Teets wants the Cramps. Craig was second. Nightmares at 35, now 48, and now 50. The Mamas and Papas, if you can believe your eyes and ears, VG Plus $14.99. The Cult, this was sold at auction. Let's auction it again. The Cult Electric, $30 start, gatefold. It's got the original inner sleeve. The vinyl is about, the vinyl looks like it's going to play EX. It has a pretty big scuff right here. It has some sleeve marks there and up here. $30 start on the Cult, which is, I have right here what it brought originally. We'll put that up for auction. That is an OG $30 start. This guy was a first-time buyer, and he never did pay for it. So the Cult is a $30 start. Charlie Beasley on Mamas and Papas. That's so to Charlie Beasley. Thomas Hujar put C. Thomas, that might have been something else. That might have been for Colt, but that's up for bid now. Colt at 30. Elms at 56. We have Nucleus Jam on Revenge from 1984. $39.99 on Nucleus. Motley Crue Dr. Feelgood. That's new and sealed. $33.99. Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. New and sealed. $28.99. Warrant is clear vinyl. $44.99. Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinking Rich. And Riot Fire Down Under. Riot's on red vinyl for $38.99. A first and last time buyer. Yeah, he never did make it. He never did make it home. He didn't even make it to second base. Tanner just brought up a whole nother crate. I think we could do this all night, honestly. Tanner said that could be the last one coming up next. We'll find out. I may bring up a crate of stuff we sold last night and just sell it again. No, I wouldn't do that. Colt 40 and 50, just to mess with some people. Like, wait a minute, didn't I just buy that? Elm Street's at $56 and the Colt's at $50. All right, let's sort this crate and see what we have in here. I got a lot of new vinyl. Let's go through these. I feel like I went through that one really fast. Earlier, I looked down, and I think I saw more viewers than we've had on in a long time. That gives me a great chance. I looked down earlier, and I saw like 356 or something wild there for a second. So let me give you a quick announcement on what we're doing tomorrow. If you've missed it, let me look at these bids one more time before I get off my chat. Monica's at 56 on Nightmare on Elm. $56 for Monica, going once, going twice. And the Colt is with Randy Tabor at 50. Just a moment ago in the group, I posted a video of some stuff we're going to have tomorrow night. That was Metallica, Manowar, Destruction, Anthrax. It's all hard rock, metal, thrash metal, punk. There's Fugazi, Anvil. That is all stuff that we're going to be having tomorrow. Tomorrow is a huge, big sale. That's from a collection we picked up on Sunday. I think y'all are going to like some of that. We'll also have stuff, while we're auctioning off a lot of that, we're also going to have stuff from the Pennsylvania collection. So we're going to have a lot of buy it nows. There's Anthrax, and these are all super clean, body count. If they're not OGs, they're reissues. 108, I knew that was popular the other night. Acid Bath. So a lot of that kind of stuff tomorrow for auction. And then we're going to have some great new vintage arrivals also. So same as last time, we're going to be showing lots of buy it nows while we're auctioning off all that. So tomorrow is going to be a big sale. If that's your kind of genre of music, you don't want to miss that. All right, so here is the first batch of this crate, which is new and sealed stuff. Final call on that for $56 and final call on the Colt for $50. So 56 and 50 on those. Tune in tomorrow. That's all I got to say, 7 o'clock. So Tom Petty box set was $189.99. Pink Floyd $39.99. Anthrax $36.99. Warrant $44.99. Gin Blossoms $33.99. Morgan Wallen $59.99. Metallica Ride the Lightning. Garage Days Revisited. Master of Puppets. Metallica and Justice for All. System of a Down self-titled. Kiss Ace Frehley. Motley Crue. Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. Warrant again. And we have Riot Fire Down Under $38.99. So those are all new and sealed. And here's the pre-owned stuff from this bin. Boston Don't Look Back $34.99. That's a Epic label reissue, $34.99. Rubber Soul was a '68 Jacksonville press, VG Plus $39.99. Styx and David Bowie, those were VG Plus $14.99 and $26.99. Let's go ahead and sell these auctions. The Colt is sold to Randy Tabor for $50, and Nightmare on Elm Street is sold for $56. And those originally sold for $60 and $75. That's also why we ban anybody who don't pay for an auction, because if you don't pay for an auction, that costs us money in more than one way. Wham was a $35 buy it now. Denise Williams was $14.99. Linda Ronstadt was $24.99. Waylon and Jesse was $24.99. Sinead O'Connor is $64.99. And Nucleus is $39.99. Morgan Wallen is new and sealed. Yes, that's his newest album. It should be on colored vinyl. I think they did, I forgot what kind of version we got. I meant to write on the sticker, but those are available. And we have an import. We have an import from, I think, the UK that's on green vinyl, and it's $90. That's sold to Thomas Bowman. Edward wants price on S.O. What was S.O.? What was the B-side of Bowie? John, I'm Only Dancing, and previously, they're both, let's see here. John, I'm Only Dancing Again. John, I'm Only Dancing. I think it's two different versions. Yeah, John, I'm Only Dancing Again, and John, I'm Only Dancing. Sinead O'Connor. Sinead O'Connor is $64.99. That's an out of print. I do not want what I haven't got. 2009 remaster. Zach, the Tom Petty box set, my best price on this at $150. I would be losing even more money than I am probably having to resell it. I would take $185 for it. And Edward Star Wars wants Sinead O'Connor. That's so Edward Star Wars. Okay, I've got a whole nother crate over here. Moving right along. I've got a whole nother crate. Let's see what we have in here. I see new stuff. I see vintage stuff. We're about to find out. Let's see what we have here. All right, Bowie was a VG Plus, $26.99. Okay, let's see what we have. Al Coon, Volume 1, The Final Performance, Gold Stamp Promo, $26.99. Santana, Welcome, $19.99 for Santana Welcome. More, 4 freshmen and 5 trombones. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. White Stripes, Elephant, 20th anniversary on limited edition colored vinyl. That's new and sealed, $49.99. Audio Slave, Out of Exile. We got 3 of them. These are people who commented on the pre-commitment post, and we never did hear back from them again. Audio Slave is $59.99. I've got 1, 2, and 3. Audio Slave, Audio Slave, Audio Slave. Alice in Chains Facelift, $36.99 for Alice in Chains Facelift. Andrew Showen wants White Stripes. That's so do Andrew Showen. Def Leppard, Pyromania in shrink wrap. Looks like a very nice copy. $44.99. Has one little tear in the shrink up here. $44.99 on Pyromania. Silverchair Freak, limited to 1,500. That's number 5 in a series of 11, $38.99. And Abuse Me is $38.99. I special ordered those for somebody. I had a feeling that was that same night somebody said, I'll take one of all of them. I said, well, you know, there's 12 of them, and they're about $40 a piece, and I don't think we got payment for the first 2. I didn't order the other ones because I had a feeling he wasn't going to pay for them. And he didn't. Silverchair Frog Stomp, limited to 10,000 on crystal clear vinyl, $46.99. Chris Frazier wants Alice in Chains. I have more of these if anybody else wants one. I also have Dirt in stock, black vinyl, $38.99. E.T., let's put this up for auction. Looks like somebody didn't pay for it. This is E.T., the flying theme. This is John Williams and the Boston Pops doing E.T., Gone with the Wind, The Wizard of Oz, and other songs. This is a $15 start. $15 start for John Williams. Is it John Williams and the Boston Pops? Should be. I see Williams. I mean, I only know one famous composer, I guess, with Williams. That's John Williams. That's up for bid. Okay. Chris got Alice in Chains. Next is Eric Storbick on Frog Stomp. Eric, you get Frog Stomp. I've only got one of those, so David Spangler, you were second. E.T., 16, 15, and 20. And let's see here. The Black Crows present Shake Your Moneymaker. 2 LP, green vinyl, and the 7-inch with it is green as well. $44.99. Pat Benatar, Precious Time. Pat Benatar is $14.99. Robert Palmer, I Didn't Mean to Turn You On. That's a 12-inch single. Robert Palmer, $14.99. Roxy Music, Manifesto. Roxy Music is $19.99. And this is, wow, this was pricey. And a Misfits, a second press from 1986. I wonder who canceled this. Second press from 1986, brown translucent vinyl with a sticker. I remember the night we had this. $95 start. I have here what it brought the last time. I think this was near mint. It's EX Plus. It's pretty nice. Has some sleeve scuffs. So the Misfits, Earth AD, it has a sticker with it somewhere. There's the sticker. $95 start on this. There's the sticker. The cover's in shrink wrap. And this was a second press from 1986. Brown translucent vinyl with sticker. Yeah, let's re-auction this. That was, I remember that night. I need to go ask Tanner who bought that. Because if they're still buying, we need to not let them buy. Okay, Misfits is, let me go back up to the top. ET 1521. Dirt is $38.99. ET's 22, ET 23. Tony Alejandro wants the Black Crows. That's so to Tony Alejandro. Chris DeMoss on RP. I think that was Robert Palmer. That's so to Chris DeMoss. ET 24. Donnie Moore second on Robert Palmer. ET 25, ET 25, ET 26. Roxy Music Manifesto is $19.99. About a VG Plus cover. I have the vinyl is near mint minus, and the cover needs some re-gluing. Top seam is unglued. $19.99 on that. Michael says he'll take it. Misfits is a $95 start. Thomas was second. That's the only other Roxy Music in there. Yes Songs is EX $31.99. That does have the book with it. EX $31.99. Eric Clapton Unplugged 2LP $44.99. We have The Crow $39.99. And another Black Crowes green vinyl Shake Your Money Maker Live with the 7-inch on green vinyl as well. $44.99. Rick Wakeman, The Myths and the Legends of King Arthur, $19.99. Andrew Schoen, first on EC, which is Eric Clapton. Dennis Nelson's at $95 on the Misfits, going twice, going 3 times. Also, E.T. is going twice, going 3 times to Sherry Martell at $26. Jimi Hendrix is a 1979 in shrink wrap, near mint, $39.99. Near mint gatefold, Jimi Hendrix, $39.99. That looks very nice. How about the Blues Volume 2, VG Plus, $14.99 with Chuck Berry, John Lee Hooker, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, and other. New and Sealed Folk Festival of the Blues, that is $28.99. Riot, well, we had a bunch of these canceled, didn't we? Riot, Fire Down Under, $750 on red vinyl, $38.99. Another Warrant on clear vinyl. Man, we had like, I bet if we sold 150 of these, I bet 50 or 60 people canceled on us. Everybody got a little too excited on all the new Warrant reissues. I think I did probably sell 150 of these. I bet we've had 60 cancel. Jimmy Reed, The Legend, The Man. That is a VG Plus, $26.99, 64 mono. And Robin Trower Live, $19.99. Okay, Michael Nath wants the Blues too. That's sold to Michael Nath. Now there's another Blues in here. Michelle, Rich, and Charlie. I think they were after this, but if anybody wants the Folk Festival, first person to comment Folk or Festival gets that one. First person to comment that. Brent Robley on JR for Junior Reed, or Jimmy Reed. Let's sell E.T. Let's sell that to Sherry Martell for $26. And Jim Nielsen, Dennis Nelson gets the Misfits for $95. I'm going to tuck this sticker back in the cover so we don't lose it. Right there. And that's sold to Dennis Nelson for $95. Charlie Beasley gets the Folk Festival. That's sold to Charlie Beasley. He got a great price on that. I should have just auctioned that off tomorrow of all the other stuff like that we got. The Best of Wilson Pickett, $19.99. And Big Walter Horton is $19.99. Big Walter Horton, $19.99. All right, price on Pat Benatar. Let me do some sorting in here. Pat Benatar is $14.99. There's new, and let's see. Let me get all the vintage and pre-owned stuff sorted from the new so I can go through these a little bit easier this time. And let's see. All right, let's start here with the new stuff. Michelle said sold on the Pat Benatar. Okay, so new vinyl. Back here in the back first. Audio Slave, Out of Exile, $59.99. I got 3 of those. Chris Cornell. Silverchair Freak, $38.99. And Silverchair Abuse Me is $38.99. Yes, I can get more of the Folk Festival of Blues. If anybody wants that one, just let me know. The Crow, $39.99. Black Crows, $44.99. Riot, $38.99. Warrant, $44.99. Al Coon, into some of the vintage stuff, $14.99. We have Santana Welcome, $19.99. More for Freshmen, $9.99. Def Leppard and Shrink Wrap, $44.99. Yes Songs, EX, $31.99. Rick Wakeman is $19.99. Jimi Hendrix, Cry of Love and Shrink Wrap, $39.99. Robin Trower Live, $19.99. The Best of Wilson Pickett, $19.99. And Big Walter Horton, $19.99. We have 40 for Def Leppard. James Bragg wants the Abuse Me. And we have Wilson Pickett is near mint, $19.99. Okay, let's go ahead and sell Def Leppard since I've officially gone through everything tonight one time. If there's anything in a previous crate that was a vintage pre-owned record that you want to make an offer on, go right ahead. I think I auctioned all the expensive stuff. Jeff, he just got Abuse Me. We're going to sell that to Craig for $40, but if there's anything in a prior crate or anything left in here in the vintage stuff, let me know. I know somebody asked earlier for an offer on something. Sorry, I forgot to mute my mic. Abuse my mic. Mute my mic. I still had Silverchair on my mind. Silverchair is $38.99. Okay. Did somebody claim this? Hold on a minute. Somebody claimed this. Did I pull something? Neil Brashear already claimed this. Neil got that already. Michelle has price on Benatar. Neil claimed Horton. Michelle said sold on Pat Benatar, but I pulled that, right? Yes, I pulled Pat Benatar from Michelle. That is sold to Neil. Wilson Pickett was $19.99. Leonard Skinner 30. Wham 30. We had James Ambrosic. Let's see, James Auschwitz on The Crow. I'm assuming that was The Crow soundtrack, right? And Synchronicity 25, Wilson Pickett 14. Any other White Witch left? No. Let's sell Paul Gill, Wilson Pickett for $14.99, and let me go back to some of these other ones. This here, that's sold to James Bragg. That's sold to James Bragg. We're going to go ahead and sell that out of there. Is anything else in this crate? Anything else in this crate? Let me know. All right, I do not have Yoko Seasons of Glass. I do not have that. Let me figure out what some of these other ones people's made offers on. I can find them pretty quick. Got a lot of people on. I'll keep showing records. There's Wham. Let's sell that for $30 to Jason Fornerat. $30 Jason Fornerat on Wham. And let's see, there's nothing else in that crate. I'm going to move on to the next one. That leaves the Pretenders, Huey Lewis, Lionel Richie. I guess I could go through everything one more time. Let me try to get all the vintage. Try to get all the vintage and new vinyl together with... Yeah, we can do that right quick. I see Leonard Skinner. Let's sell that to Brent Robley for $30. That was the other offer. Sell that to Brent Robley for $30. And let me get the new vinyl all put together. So now, all four of those crates can be fit into probably about two, which is mostly one for new and then one for all the vintage stuff. And then I can just read through the titles one more time before I start showing you some new stuff. Actually, it's about a half crate and a half crate. I think all four of those crates are now into one crate, especially after we go through them one more time. So here's all the vintage stuff. Huey Lewis was $19.99. Taylor Swift Reputation. Cannot get that one right now. So here's what's left in here. There's the stuff we just showed. Al Coon, Santana, Four Freshmen, Yes, Yes Songs, Rick Wakeman, Jimi Hendrix, Robin Trower, and this is starting, I think, with the first crate. Paul McCartney, Pipes of Peace was VG, $9.99. Johnny Cash, Bitter Tears. John Prine was $45. That was the best offer price. Styx, Kilroy was here. Billy Ocean, Suddenly. Tangerine Dream, Cyclone. Tina Turner, Break Every Rule. George Michael, I Want Your Sex. There's the Police. There's the Police. I think somebody made an offer on that. Brent got Jimmy Reed, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so who offered this on the Police? The Police, figure out where we're at on this. Darren Davis. Darren Davis gets the Police for $25. We sold that. None of the White Witches are left. Tony Harper from $50. Ask me that again later tonight when I can find it. Huey Lewis was $19.99 near mint. Paul Simon self-titled. Jimi Hendrix $20, Cash $10. George Michael $14.99. Okay, so Johnny Cash would be $15. $14.99 on Johnny Cash. Craig, the Jimi Hendrix would be $35 on Jimi Hendrix. George Michael, that would be $19.99. Randy Scarborough, $19.99. Tina Turner, we have Neil Diamond. The Fabulous Johnny Cash Silver. Johnny Cash with the Carter Family. Paul Simon, let's sell that to Paul Gill for $14.99. That's Paul Gill's for $14.99. Still got Boston, Don't Look Back. The Beatles, Rubber Soul. Sticks, Pieces of Eight. The David Bowie 12-inch single. Denise Williams, Linda Ronstadt, Waylon Jennings, and Nucleus. Cash bundle. Yes, this is just the 12-inch on that. Just the 12-inch cash bundle. There are 1, 2, 3, and then the other cash that I pulled out for Brent Robley. We have the Fabulous Johnny Cash. I'll do 15. I sold that last time for 16. I sold that last time for 28. I'll do 25. So 25, 30, that's 40. That was 10 for 50, and then 15 on this one, $65, Brent. So 15, 15, 30, 25, 55, $65. $65 on that. Tina Turner was $24.99. Walt, somebody already got one of the silver chairs, but I can give you the one that was left over if you want it. And then if you want the rest of those, I can try to get those for you. Just let me know. So, Walt, for some reason, I never see your comments. I guess it's sometimes they come in sentence form, and I look over them, I think. So let's go ahead and give Walt that one free. Somebody already got Abuse Me, and then I'll try to get you the other ones. All right. Huey Lewis was self-titled. Huey Lewis was self-titled. Nashville Gold, Nucleus, Jam on Revenge was $39.99. The Beatles, Rock and Roll Music Volume 2, Rock and Roll Music Volume 1. Supertramp, Brother, Where Are You Bound? Supertramp, Crisis, What Crisis? Culture Club, Color by Numbers. Michael McDonald, Lionel Richie. Huey Lewis was self-titled. And The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl. That was $24.99. All right, so Jimi Hendrix and George Michael were passes. I think these are Brent's if he wants them for $65. And let me read through those one more time. First, James Bragg wants the Supertramp Crisis. And Brent Rabel says he's going to pass on the bundle, so that's available if anybody wants them. CC Pop Price. CC Pop Price. That is for, I don't know. Let's see. CC Pop. Cash. Culture Club. CC Pop Price. Culture Club was $24.99. I didn't know what pop was. Chris, Nucleus would be $35. Let's see here. $35 on that. Rubber Soul was $39.99. 66 Scranton. Let me confirm that one. Let's see here. Linda Ronstadt was $24.99. Living in the USA, picture disc. We're going to sell this to Marty Kramer for $20. Well, this crate's like, I think, working against me. This is, okay, there's Rubber Soul, 68 Jacksonville Press, VG Plus $39.99. Now, let's find Culture Club. That's $20. Chris says he's going to pass on Nucleus. And Tammy's going to take Tina for $20. That was Tina Turner. That sold to Tammy for $20. We have Beatles 1 and 2 for $35. Those are sold. Rock and Roll Music Volume 1 and 2 for $35. And Chris Farrar wants Billy Ocean for $9.99, which was Suddenly. It's like you're looking for something and it's always working against you. Okay, so Supertramp was sold to James Bragg. Culture Club was Marty Kramer for $20. And then Tammy Hinkle got Tina Turner for $20. Beatles Volume 1 and 2 was $35 to Anthony Smith. And Billy Ocean was $9.99 to Chris Farrar. All the Police albums are sold. Colin Butler said he would take the Carter and Cash for $10. That's sold to Colin Butler for $10. Todd Tipton said somebody wanted Supertramp. Somebody already claimed one of them. The other one that's left is $19.99. And let's see here. Can we get the title for the big Walt Horton record that Neil claimed earlier? With Rubber Soul, I'm looking for Matrix W8 number 2 and W14 number 1. James Cohorn said $14.99. James, I will sell you the fabulous Johnny Cash for $14.99. And that leaves, out of the two Cash, Johnny Cash Silver and Johnny Cash Bitter Tears. Those are two still available. Okay, they're very clean. Thing about Johnny Cash is a lot of them we get are kind of beat up. These are very, very nice. Some of them on that original Columbia 2i. All right, James said sold, and that was $14.99. Anybody else in this crate? I'm about to bring up some new stuff. Maybe we can just go back through. Buy it now, best offer. I got the new vinyl, too, that was put back, so go through one more time. Anybody else? I'm going to read these one last time. Rubber Soul, Johnny Cash Silver, Johnny Cash Bitter Tears, Nucleus, Jam on Revenge. I feel like I'm very close to making some deals with some people. Linda Ronstadt, George Michael, Jimi Hendrix, The Pretenders, The Matrix on Rubber Soul, 68 Jacksonville Press, ST2 2442, W12 number 3. ST1 2442, W6 number 3. All right, let's see here. Mark, did you make an offer on Tony Harper, or are you wanting to buy it? I can't remember what you said earlier. BLC symbol remains for sale in the front back created tour video. That will be put out for sale sometime in the very near future. Edward said $14.99 on Rick Wakeman. He said 13. I was going to say let's make that 14. I don't like 13. I don't like 13. Let's do $14.99 on that Edward Star Wars. Donnie Moore said $17.99 on George Michael. I think I told somebody 19. We'll sell that for $17.99 to Donnie Moore. I don't have any poison. George Michael just got sold. Mark said $50 offer. Write down Tony, Mark Cunningham, Tony Harper, $50. Edward said sold on that. So, let's start again. Rubber Soul, Johnny Cash, Nucleus, Linda Ronstadt, Jimi Hendrix. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl, Huey Lewis, Dancing on the Ceiling, Lionel Richie. We have Michael McDonald, Supertramp, Roseanne Cash, Nashville Gold, Waylon and Jesse, Denise Williams was $14.99. Let's hear it for the boy. David Bowie, John I'm Only Dancing, Styx, Boston, Neil Diamond, Tangerine Dream, Styx, John Prine, Paul McCartney, Robin Trower, Yes, Yes Songs, More Four Freshmen, Santana, and Al Coon. 28 on Rubber Soul. I would do $35 on this. $35 on Rubber Soul. Boston would be 28 RM Lazelle, 28 on Boston. 35 on Rubber Soul, 28 on Boston. We have went through those very thoroughly, which is a good thing because this is stuff people didn't pay for. I really like to get payment for them. It'd be a lot easier if they would have just got paid for. They'd already be shipped and in new people's collections. Four Freshmen is $9.99, Gus C. I do not have Robert Plant Manic Nirvana. No, I do not. That's, I think, one of those that's out of print that's kind of tough to get. Now, very quickly, here's all the non-payment new vinyl. Jeff Crowell, the John Prine was $45. That's what I sold it for. Tangerine Dream is Cyclone, $19.99. Gus C wants the Four Freshmen. That's sold to Gus C. So, it was sticker. New vinyl was Yes, Mirror to the Sky. Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction. Yes was $49.99. Bad Religion was $28.99. Master of Reality, $33.99. Megadeth, Rust in Peace, $44.99. Soundgarden A-Sides, which is a hits comp, $38.99. Tenacious D is $44.99. Steve Merkel wants Bad Religion. Sublime, indie exclusive yellow vinyl, Sublime, $5 at the door. Live, $19.94, $39.99. Dog Eat Dog, $44.99. Soundgarden Screaming Life, $33.99. Ghost is $26.99. AFI All Hallows Eve is $26.99. Ghost is $26.99. Janet Jackson, Janet, $44.99. Power Mad was Absolute Power, $38.99. Anthrax, Stomp 442, $36.99. Warrant was $44.99. Gin Blossoms, $33.99. Metallica, Ride the Lightning. Metallica, Garage Days Revisited. Master of Puppets, Justice for All. System of a Down, $28.99, self-titled. Ace Frehley, $33.99. Dr. Feelgood, $33.99. Johnny Cash, $28.99. Warrant, Riot was $38.99. Tom Petty box set, $189. Pink Floyd, Audio Slave, Black Crowes, more Riot, and more Warrants. Lots of Warrants. I can sell you any Warrant album you want if it's Cherry Pie, Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinking Rich, or some of those, what's the other one? Dog Eat Dog, Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinking Rich, and whatever the other ones were. All right. Well, thanks everybody that's bought some stuff out of that. That really helped us out. That was all stuff that didn't get paid for or got put back. I'm sure there'll be more. We send out a lot of other final reminders. I promise there'll be more of that kind of stuff. Let's go through some stuff while we're live and we have so many people on. We might as well keep going through some stuff. This looks like a pretty recent bin, but it's pretty good looking stuff I see over here. Let me see here. We can go through some really, really recent stuff. Craig says he'd take that for $35. He says, no, let me find something I've got. Over here, Doobie Brothers, John Cale, Paul Simon, Supertramp. Let's just go through a crate and see what's in here. I'll do them all buy it now, best offer. I have a whole crate of vintage here. Didn't even really plan on doing a show tonight. We was actually going to get ready for tomorrow, which we're still going to. We're not going to go too terribly late tonight. But as we have everybody on, we might as well show some stuff. I've got vintage vinyl, pretty recent stuff I can do buy it now, best offer. And then here in the minute, I'll go to the back and get some older stuff. Craig said he would give $35 for the rubber sole if he says pass. Dan Benedict, or I guess it was Dan, let me know if you're out on rubber sole at $35. If you are, we're going to sell that to Craig Johnson. So $35 on that to Craig Johnson unless Dan says pass. Okay, so these are probably pretty recent. I'll make them all buy it now best offer. If you give me one more moment, I'll go get some new Japanese auctions out of the back. Miami Sound Machine Conga. That's a 12-inch single, $9.99. Michael McDonald, no looking back, $14.99. Do not hesitate to make offers on these, or you can go ahead and straight up claim them. We have Tina Turner, Turn the Country On. No, Tina Turns the Country On. That is sealed from 1974, $134.99. Turn the Country On, $134.99. Tina Turner is sealed. Rockin' the Guess Who, $19.99 on Rockin' the Guess Who. Toulouse Street, the Doobie Brothers, $14.99 on the Doobie Brothers Toulouse Street. Supertramp, Even in the Quietest of Moments. This looks like a really nice copy that was not claimed. $19.99. Supertramp. Jaws 2 is sealed from 1978. Jaws 2 soundtrack sealed, $29.99. Jimmy Ball first on Supertramp. That's sold to Jimmy Ball. The Beatles. Introducing the Beatles. This is an unofficial or bootleg. $19.99 on Introducing the Beatles. $19.99. Simon & Garfunkel Sounds of Silence. $14.99. That is the second label. Very nice vinyl though. Sounds of Silence. Simon & Garfunkel. Gavin said he'd give $25 on Jaws. That's sold to Gavin for $25. Paul Simon. There goes a Rhymin' Simon. $19.99. Elvis Presley. This is an unofficial bootleg. $69.99 on Elvis Presley. Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Get Happy, $24.99. Ian wants Simon & Garfunkel. That's sold to Ian. John Cale, Words for the Dying, Gold Stamp Promo. John Cale, $29.99. Basic Blues Magoos by Blues Magoos, $39.99 on Blues Magoos. Rare Jerry Lee Lewis, Volume 2, 16-track album. Rare Jerry Lee Lewis, Volume 2, $19.99. Tom Jones, What a Night. Tom Jones is $9.99. Mickey Newberry is $19.99. His Eye is on the Sparrow, Mickey Newberry, $19.99. Tales of Mystery and Imagination, Edgar Allan Poe. That's pressed in Portugal, $24.99. The Who, It's Hard, is $19.99. Brent Rabley on K, which is maybe a miscue right quick. We'll see. James Taylor, Never Die Young, $19.99 on James Taylor, Never Die Young. We don't see that one too often. Kenny Rogers, Eyes That See in the Dark, $9.99. Jimmy Ball wants James Taylor. That's sold to Jimmy Ball. The Doobie Brothers One Step Closer is $14.99. Thomas said he'd give $25 for the John Cale. John Cale for $25, and that is sold to Thomas for $25. Michael said $10 on Edgar Allan Poe. Sell that. I can't do that. I'll take $15 for that just because it's probably, well, it's a Portuguese copy. Maybe good or bad. Maybe good or bad. I don't know. I'll do $15 on that, though, Michael McDowell. Brent said disregard the K, and Rich Shockley wants Kenny Rogers. So we'll see if Michael McDowell wants that. We have Little River Band in shrink wrap with hop sticker, $12.99. Brian Tyler said $12 on The Who. Go ahead and sell that to Brian Tyler for $12. It's Hard. Aretha Franklin. Aretha. Somebody has taped the hop sticker to the front, $19.99. That has Jumpin' Jack Flash on it. Michael passes on Edgar Allan Poe. Alan Parsons Project. If anybody wants that for $15, let me know. Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. This looks like a very nice copy. It is near mint. $19.99 on Flack and Hathaway. Gladys Knight and the Pips, Imagination, $9.99. Tammy Hinkle says Little River Band for $9.99. That's sold to Tammy Hinkle. What album's the Elvis boot? Give me 1 second on that, and I will give you those details. Gus C. said he'll take the Poe for $15, so that's sold to Gus for $15. Lazarus is technically third. Jimmy Ball wants the Flack, and Robert Johnson was fourth. Jerry Lee Lewis Info. Let me do that first. This is called Rare Jerry Lee Lewis Volume 2. It's a 16-track Rare Tracks $19.99. It's in mono. It's near mint. And it's an import. It's an import. We have Elvis. This is a 2LP unofficial. It's on the Spindizzle label. It's Ed Sullivan, 1957. A live track from 57, That's All Right. Gospel studio outtakes from 70. Nothing Left to Do from 71. Live in Richmond, Virginia, 72. Another live Mystery Train from 58. Interviews from 72. And live in Dayton, Ohio, 1972. That is $69.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Turned out to be a pretty good crate so far. Gary and the Pacemakers, Ferry Cross the Mercy. That is $14.99. Fred, I will sell you Jerry Lee Lewis for $15. We have the Southern Hillman Foray Band, Trouble in Paradise, $14.99. Horace Lips, The Man Who Built America, is $9.99. Chris Farrar wants J.K. and P. J.K. and P, that's Gladys Knight and the Pips. That's sold to Chris Farrar. George Thorogood Maverick is $19.99. Satisfaction, Los Apson. That's a 65 Mexico press, $39.99. Jackson 5's Greatest Hits, $34.99. Near mint and pristine. The Jackson 5 with Michael Jackson, $34.99. Black Oak, Arkansas, I'd Rather Be Sailing, $14.99. This is Little Anthony and the Imperials. What a cool cover. In shrink wrap from 1967, $29.99. Blue Ridge Rangers featuring John Fogerty from CCR, $19.99 on Blue Ridge Rangers. We also have Dave Brubeck Quartet, the Dave Brubeck 25th Anniversary Reunion, $19.99. Mr. John Cale, British Passport, at 1981 Terre Haute, $24.99 on John Cale. Jackson Brown, Running on Empty. This looks like it is mint with the original inner sleeve and the booklet, $19.99. I really like listening to that. Jimmy Ball on BRR. That was Blue Ridge Rangers, the Jimmy Ball. Steve Botsford said he would give $16 on Dave Brubeck Quartet. That's sold to Steve Botsford. Carly Simon, Anticipation, $9.99. John Baldry, It Ain't Easy. That's a UK pressing, $24.99. Local Hero, music by Mark Knopfler with hype sticker of Dire Straits, gold stamp promo, $19.99 on Mark Knopfler. James Gang, the Your album, $19.99. OG Gatefold, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, $19.99. Could it be the original label? It is, $19.99. I like that album. As you see, we have quite a bit of them. It sold really well back in, '69. $9.99 for Olivia Newton-John, Totally Hot, $9.99. Greg said he'd give $29 for the Jackson 5. That is sold to Greg Rogers for $29. Best price on Apson, the Mexican record. That was 65 Mexico pressing. What happened to you, Los Apson? Satisfaction. I will do, it's pretty recent, but I'll do 33 on that. 33 on that. John Denver, I Want to Live, $9.99. Condition of James Gang. I don't have any condition notes on the vinyl. It is very clean. It's an ABC original label. Cover has a little bit of shelf wear, but overall I would still call it VG+. Gus C said he would take Los Apson. Sell that to Gus C for $33. $33. Chris Christopherson, To the Bone. Chris is in shrink wrap, $14.99. Let's see, Blood, Sweat, and Tears price. That was $19.99. $19.99. The Bee Gees, Life in a Tin Can. This is $19.99. I think this has one of those what we call a gimmick cover. Does it spin? What happens here? It's got a little bit of fraying. No, it's just die cut right here. Or does it pop open? I don't know. It's a gatefold, though. I just don't see that one too often. Bee Gees is $19.99. Kelly says she'll take it, and that was the Blood, Sweat, and Tears album. That's sold to Kelly Bagwell. $75 on Tina Turner. I got this marked for $135. It is pretty recent. It's sealed from 1974. I have a feeling it might bring close to that if we sold it online, but I will give you a reasonable discount on it. If we don't sell it tonight, I probably do need to get it online, Discogs, eBay, etc. That would be tonight and tonight only. See, 10 would be 13. If I do 15, I would sell that tonight for $115 for the sealed Tina Turner. First time I've ever had that, and it's sealed. $115 on that, Andrew Teets. Paul Gill said 16 on Mark Knopfler. Let's sell that to Paul Gill. Mike offered 12 for James. Who asked first about James Gang? Mark Lynn has asked. Mike Langford and Abby Billington. It's $19.99. Mark Lynn has dibs. I'll do $15 on it. Mark Lynch's first, Mike Langford second, and Abby's third. $15 on the James Gang Gear album. Men at Work, business as usual, $24.99. Little Steven, Voice of America, Gold Stamp promo, $19.99. The Best of Niles Lofgren, $19.99. The Best of Niles Lofgren, $19.99. The Beach Boys, Keep the Summer Alive, Gold Stamp promo, $14.99. The Greatest of the Guess Who, great tracks on this. It's not the normal cover we see, but this has all those great songs. Where are they on it? These Eyes, Undone, No Time, American Woman, Hand Me Down World. That's in shrink wrap, $19.99. We have the Rolling Stones Milestones, which is a compilation, $34.99. Satisfaction, Under My Thumb, I Want to Be Your Man, Time Is on My Side, Get Off My Cloud. That is $34.99. And the Beatles Sgt. Pepper's Picture Disc from 1978, $49.99. Mark Lent said, I think that means he wants the James Gang for $15. That's sold to Mark Lent for $15. Anthony Smith wants to Guess Who. That was a good crate. I'm going to do another one right after this. I'll either do this next one or I'll go to the back and get some. Great new vintage titles in here. Ben wants the Stones comp, Milestones. That's sold to Ben R. And excuse me for like 5 seconds while I take a drink of water. I definitely need some right now. And I'm back. Jeff said he'd get 15 on George Thorogood Maverick. Let me get to that. Here's what's left. Miami Sound Machine Conga, Michael McDonald, the Guess Who Rockin', the Doobie Brothers to Lou Street, the Beatles, introducing the Beatles, Paul Simon, There Goes a Rhymin' Simon, Elvis Costello, Get Happy, Blues Magoos, Tom Jones, Mickey Newberry, the Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, Aretha Franklin, Aretha. We have Elvis. We have Gary and the Pacemakers, Ferry Cross to Mercy, Souther Hillman Band, Horse Lips. There's Maverick, sell that to Jeff Malwitz for $15. Miami Sound Machine is near mint in shrink wrap, $9.99. Black Oak, Arkansas, Little Anthony and the Imperials, Mr. John Cale, Jackson Brown still available, Running on Empty, Carly Simon, Anticipation, John Baldry, Olivia Newton-John, John Denver, and Chris Christopherson, To the Bone. Donnie Moore said, take. I didn't get billed for $45 I bet on last week. Interesting. I will check into that. You might want to check your messages or your email, but if you don't have an invoice, I will figure out what is up with that. Tanner is sitting right next to me now, so we'll figure out what's going on with that. Matt Biggs gets to Jackson Brown. We have BG's Life in a Tin Can. Men at Work is still available. We have Little Steven, Voice of America, The Best of Niles Lofgren, the Beach Boys, and the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Picture Disc. Elvis. I'm assuming that was for Elvis Costello, right, Craig? If so, that's sold to you for $18. Anybody else? Those are available. They're right over here. I don't think there is nothing. I didn't reach an offer on anything with somebody or reach a deal or an agreement. Let me see what's in this next crate. Well, right off the bat, I see good titles, so it's time to go ahead and just set it up here. These are all going to be buy it now, best offer, just like the other one. Paul said he would give 14 for Paul Simon. Any chance to find stick score in here from last crate for 14? All right, so what was Paul? That was There Goes the Rhymin' Simon. Now, anytime anybody says 14, I usually just go ahead and that means you mean $14.99, right, Tanner? 14 means $14.99, right? Paul Gill, quadruple 07. It'd be a lot cooler if you could change that to 007. Paul Gill, that's sold you for $14.99. Jeff, we've already sold Jackson Brown, and Roger Ramjet wants the sticks from the last crate, also for $14.99. I've got sticks. Kilroy was here, right here, and I will sell it to you for $14.99. That is sold to Roger Ramjet. Moving right along, I don't have any auctions ready right now, but we have got some new vintage arrivals or vintage stuff we can go back through. We can go through a lot more when we're not putting stuff up for auction. Trust me, we'll have plenty of auctions tomorrow, about 5 hours straight of them. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band is $39.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. Honky Chateau, somebody asked the other night, will you have a Honky Chateau on tonight's show? This one didn't get sold. It's an original press too on Uni. Rocket Man. I think it's going to be a long, long time. Also, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player, $19.99. Beautiful copy, gatefold with the lyric book. There's back-to-back Eltons, and those are two essentials. Make that 3 in a row. Caribou, and this has some great hits on it too, like The Bitch Is Back and Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. 3 Elton Johns there. You need all 3 of them. The Beatles Historic Sessions, 1981 UK pressing, $39.99. The Beatles Historic Sessions, 81 UK. Bayou Country, CCR, Why does this look weird? Because most of them don't have the title written on the cover. That's because it's a German Bellefonds pressing, 1969 German pressing, $39.99. Creedence Clearwater Revival, purple German pressing, $39.99. New Riders of the Purple Sage, Bureau, $14.99 on New Riders of the Purple Sage. And Paul Simon, One Trick Pony, 19. Who's been buying all the Paul Simon? Here's another mint one with the original inner sleeve, One Trick Pony, $19.99. Thomas Hujar is first on CCR. That's so did Thomas. We have Led Zeppelin. Well, this is a great crate. Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same. Pristine, $64.99 U.S. press. Gatefold with the original booklet with it. $64.99 on Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same. These are usually very worn out, especially the covers. The Guitar Ramblers, Happy, Youthful, and New Sounds of the Guitar Ramblers, $19.99. We have How Much Was Honky? Honky Chateau was $34.99 in original Unipress. James offered $50 for Led Zeppelin. Let me think on that. Genesis Live, $24.99. Genesis Live, $24.99. Odetta at the Gate of Horn, $34.99 on Odetta. Did we even go through this crate originally? There's another Fabulous Johnny Cash, $29.99. That is on the Columbia 2i. This is actually originally came out on a Columbia 6i. 2i, $29.99. Very clean, though, for that album as early as it is. Hot Chocolate. Hot Chocolate is $19.99. That has their hit single, You Sexy Thing. Johnny Cash, $44.99. This is the songs that made him famous on Memphis Sun. That was a later reissue of that. The Very Best of Poco, $19.99 on The Very Best of Poco. And The Best of Peter, Paul, and Mary, $9.99. 10 years together, The Best of Peter, Paul, and Mary. I want to make sure everybody's awake right now. Is everybody awake? Let me know where you're watching from while I pour me some more water into this drink. Comment, let me know where you're watching from right quick. Just a small, quick timeout. Just curious. I want everybody to realize that we're going through a crate with some really good titles in them. It's all buy it now, best offer. I'm waiting for some offers to roll in. I would really like that. I'm going to fix me, not if I'm not already talking fast enough. I need a little bit more. Right, Jake? Jake, the snake, is over here. He is tagging away or keying in. He's been doing alphabetical order. May hear my ice. Coletco's fancy. We got an ice machine now. Well, we've had one, but we actually had it underneath the counter for like a long time, and I never did use it. And then I was like, always going to McDonald's to get something to eat just to get a glass of ice water. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just start using this ice machine. Right, hashtag right Jake, now trending. Jake, you're trending now on Coletco's chat. Tanner has been booted. Today is Seth's birthday. I didn't mention that. I would have, obviously, if he was here, but I think he's with his family, more so his girlfriend and their family, I think. So we bought him a cake and everything. I meant to post out in the group. I've already ate a big piece of cake. It's very rich. My mom bought it at a local bakery. It's got a like 2-inch thick fudge icing on it. So happy birthday, Seth. And like I said, I know y'all probably hear me give him a hard time, but him and Tanner are my closest friends. And we might as well call them business partners at this point. So, right, Tanner? Seth's a pharmacist. If y'all didn't know, Seth is actually a pharmacist. He really is a pharmacist, but he works here a lot as a hobby. He also coaches baseball and basketball. Now, Tanner, he truly works here. Me and him are partners in this business, so we spend a lot of time here. Let's see here. Let's go back up to the top. So we had an offer for $50 on Led Zeppelin with James Cohorn. James, I hadn't forgot about you. Jimmy Ball wants Peter, Paul, and Mary. Then we got all of our locations. Thank you for doing that. That also helps bump the feed up, all the new comments. Texas. Do we still got is Ricardo still watching from Brazil? I like international. That's really cool. Just really cool when we have people out of the country watching. Neil offered $25 for Odetta. You bought it. Odetta, $25, just like that. Sell that to Neil for $25. Cash and Genesis prices. Johnny Cash was $44.99. It's on Memphis Sun. The Fabulous Johnny Cash was $29.99, and Genesis is $24.99. Mississippi, Kentucky, Colorado, Chicago, Pennsylvania, Washington, Knoxville, Texas, Arizona, Chicago, Canada. We got another Jeremy McNeil. Welcome, Canada, Alabama. I guess I should welcome people from, hey, Dan McKenzie. I didn't know he was in Canada either, Dan. Poco, Mark Barbosa. The very best of Poco is $19.99, 2 LP. Poco. All right, back to the crate. These are all buy it now best offer. There's some great titles right here. If you're interested, make an offer. I'm being very generous tonight. Led Zeppelin, $44.99, a 75 Richmond press. Led Zeppelin, $44.99. The New Colony 6, Revelations, New Colony 6 is $24.99. I'm in Lebanon, Tennessee. Some people call it Lebanon. We call it Lebanon because we're from the South, one syllable. We're in Lebanon, Tennessee. Some people may classify Tennesseans as hillbillies. You might as well say that. Savoy Brown, Hellbound Train, but I promise you we're educated. We actually do go to college. I do have a college degree. Probably the people watching in Canada is like, who kind of hillbilly is this? Savoy Brown, Hellbound Train, $19.99. Zach, I will do $35 on the Led Zeppelin. How could you say no? James Cohorn, make that $5 more on Led Zeppelin. Let's sell some Led Zeppelins. I mean, these don't need to be just sitting in bins. They need to be played really loud, especially this one. James Cohorn, $55. Just say yes. Led Zeppelin is sold to Zach for $35. This is a really nice copy. I'm telling you, you may find that out in the wild, but they're usually beat. I've seen a lot of them. We've had a lot of them. Waylon and Willie, $24.99. Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson. Billy Vera and the Beaters is $9.99. This is Retro Nouveau, $9.99. James Cohorn said sold, $55. There we go. Zeppelins heading to the turntables. That's what I like to see. Lone Star, firing on all six. This is not the country band. I know that because he used to live where I live. I was friends with his son, Richie McDonald. But this is a completely different band. This is Firing on All Six, white label promo, $14.99. Ben E. King, Music Trance. Ben E. King is $24.99. Music Trance, The Buddy Holly Story, Volume 2, $34.99. I actually reached out to Richie McDonald, and I told him about 2 years ago, I said, hey, there is no Lone Star albums on vinyl. And he said it's complicated. That's pretty much, I think, all I got back from either, or maybe his son told me that, Rhett. One of them said it's complicated. So that's why we don't see a lot of artist stuff. A lot of country stuff just isn't on vinyl. And every time people tell me it's complicated, I'm like, okay, that's just weird to me as popular as vinyl is right now. Holly Murphy, $20 on Benny King. Holly Murphy, that's sold to you for $20. Men Without Hats, Rhythm of the Youth. This has the safety dance on it, $34.99. Big hit. I consider them almost a one-hit wonder, but pretty cool 80s stuff here. Gold stamp promo, $34.99. Elton John, live in Australia, is $39.99 with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra. $39.99. Elton John, live in Australia, $39.99. Well, now we got 4 great Elton Johns in here. Johnny Cash, an original with a lenticular cover, $24.99. Johnny Cash, $24.99. Columbia 2i, lenticular cover. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou soundtrack. Let me try to find that. That usually is poking around here somewhere. Jared, if I don't see it over here, I may have to order you one. We sell a lot of those here in the store. Let me check these bins. I think I went through all these bins recently. I don't see an Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. I usually can see the top of it, unless it got put in the soundtracks the other day when we were sorting. I do not see one. If so, I need to order some because... Now, that album went out of print not too long ago, and it was like $60 and $70 on Discogs and Amazon. Like, not too long ago, meaning like 6 months ago. I probably need to stock up on those. Elvis Costello, Imperial Bedroom, $24.99. I remember this. Somebody needs to buy it. It's a beautiful copy of Bob Dylan's self-portrait. That is the original label. It is mint. $49.99. I can't believe no one bought that night. You need to now. Bob Dylan self-portrait. The very best of Little Anthony in the Imperials, $9.99. Jimmy Ball got Bob Dylan. Thank you. Craig offered $18 for Elvis Costello. Thank you. Pat Garrett, Bob Dylan, and Billy the Kid. Not Bob Dylan. It's Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. It's a Bob Dylan soundtrack, $34.99. That is a repress label, $34.99. Wow, Grateful Dead, Working Man's Dead, $99.99. It's a 1970 Santa Maria press, green Warner Brothers label, Grateful Dead, $99.99. Beautiful. That's definitely, we're hitting some Wisconsin stuff here. That's $99.99 or best offer. George Harrison, $24.99. Larry Smith said LA7, Little Anthony. Sell that for $7 to Larry Smith. $50 for Cash and Genesis, Sun Cash and Genesis. Sell those to Fred Carnell for $50, which is this one and that one. Those are both sold to Fred Carnell. So Jared, put him down on a waiting list, please, for a Brother Warthow, unless I can find one of those. Let's see. Who needs a Sly and the Family Stone? There's a riot going on. Limited edition red vinyl. Great stuff here. Family Affair. I like that song. There's a riot going on. This is $31.99. New and sealed Sly and the Family Stone. Okay, back to the bin. George Benson, Shape of Things to Come. $19.99 for George Benson. A&M CTI jazz label. Chet Atkins. Don't see this one too often. Country After All These Years. Chet Atkins is $9.99. Jackie Matu, The Maestro. $64.99. 78 UK sealed. 78 UK sealed. $64.99. Now, if y'all did not know, Chet Atkins did an album with his brother. I think there's only ever been 2 or 3 ever sell any record. There's none ever sold or listed on Discogs. I'm sure some people have it that they have it in their collection. But there's a Chet Atkins record that he did with his brother. And it's like a jazzy type record. I think if you had one right now, it's every bit of $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000. It's very, very rare. It's a Chet Atkins record. I've never seen one. There's only a couple ever sold on Pop Psych. Very hard to get. Paul Gill gets Chet Atkins. That one is $9.99. The one I'm talking about, I don't know what it would bring because there hadn't been one sell in a long time, but it's very rare. Prince, $49.99. Prince 1999 is $49.99. 2LP Prince, $49.99. Jethro Tull Benefit, $19.99. I like that one. Jethro Tull. California Stopover, Johnny Darrell. California Stopover is $19.99. That's in shrink wrap. Who do we have? This looks so familiar. What's this called? This is Less Variations. That's what I was trying to think of. Cafe de Paris, $14.99. Sell John Leal Prince for $40. That's sold to John Leal. Ike and Tina Turner working together. $28.99 for Ike and Tina Turner. CCR, another 69 German pressing. This is their self-titled album, 39. It's beautiful too, just like the other one. Who got the other one? Thomas? Thomas, you need that one too. $39.99. The Kinks, Everybody's in Showbiz. 72 Hollywood Press. Gatefold 2LP, $24.99. Best price on Sly. Sly is sticker. That was a new LP. Sly is sticker price, $31.99. Wow, Led Zeppelin Coda is sealed. 1982 sealed, $79.99. Led Zeppelin Coda. Led Zeppelin Coda, $79.99. Daniel said he'll take CCR. Thomas offered it $30. Thomas, you can have it for sticker price, which is $39.99. If not, I'll sell it to Daniel, but you do have dibs if you want it for $39.99. If not, it's sold to Daniel. Savoy Brown, Raw Sienna, $19.99 on Savoy Brown. Dave Edmunds, Subtle as a Flying Mallet, is $19.99 for Dave Edmunds. The Jerry Mulligan Songbook, Volume 1, 1958, $29.99, Jerry Mulligan Songbook. There's a Police album if you missed out on the other ones. This one looks very nice. Glossy cover, $24.99. Ghost in the Machine. Abby Billington offered $12 for Dave Edmunds. Sell that to Abby for $12. Thomas is going to let us know if he wants CCR for $39.99. If he passes, it's sold to Daniel. 10cc, How Dare You? That is sealed. Sealed 10cc for $24.99. The Eurythmics is $24.99. And Autograph with shrink wrap and hop sticker, $29.99 on Autograph, shrink wrap and hop sticker, $29.99. The Cars, well, there's some great records. We need to go back through this one again thoroughly. $34.99, red Electra label, The Cars, $34.99. Jimmy Ball wants Autograph, that's sold to Jimmy Ball. Daniel Cody, Daniel, you're going to get the CCR. 69 CT press of Bee Gees Odessa with the original felt cover, very clean. Yellow Atco label, $49.99. Jimmy Ball said 65 on Coda. Sell that to Jimmy Ball for $65. Kelly offered 18 for the Eurythmics. That is sold to Kelly for $18. We have the worst of Jefferson Airplane, which is their greatest hits. It's no secret. Somebody to Love. White Rabbit. Crown of Creation. Volunteers. $24.99. Tawana offered 20 for the Kinks. Everybody's in showbiz. That's sold to Tawana for 20. And Dolly Parton's greatest hits. Wow. Available. Gatefold. Near mint. $24.99 on Dolly Parton's greatest hits. Unbelievable. Let me take a drink of water right quick. As you can see, that's not water. It's cherry slush energy. See you, Jake. All right. Best on Tina, Dolly 15. Now, Holly, this is probably one of the rare times I'm going to say this is sticker price. If I probably had this just out in the store where people could actually see it, it probably would have already been sold. I got to have sticker price for Dolly's greatest hits. I'm actually surprised it hadn't already sold. It's near mint, but if you do want it, it's $24.99. That's probably the only thing in here, but that's up to you. Best price on Tina. That was Ike and Tina Turner working together. I'll do $22 on that. I got $28.99 on it. I'll do $22.99 on that. Next was Charlie DeFrank on Raw Sienna for $15. That's sold to Charlie for $15. Matthew said Jefferson Airplane for $20. Those are sold. Now, I'm going to go through those one more time. There's some great stuff in here. We have Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, $39.99. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, $39.99. Dirt, Silver, and Gold. Honky Chateau was $34.99. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player, a steal at $19.99. Caribou, $19.99. Those are all very nice OG presses. The Beatles Historic Sessions. New Riders of the Purple Sage, Burrow. We have Paul Simon, One Trick Pony, near mint, $19.99. The Guitar Ramblers, Happy Youthful New Sounds of the Guitar Ramblers, $19.99. The Jackie Matu, Maestro. I will say that for $55, Neil. $55 on Jackie Matu. The Fabulous Johnny Cash, $29.99. Columbia 2i. Hot Chocolate, $19.99. New Colony 6 Revelations. Savoy Brown, Hellbound Train, $19.99. Waylon Willie, Billy Vera and the Beaters. Lone Star, The Buddy Holly Story. Men Without Hats. Elton John, live in Australia. Let's put that back here with the other one. Does anybody need an awesome Elton John bundle? I can save you $15 or $20 if you buy all of them. Johnny Cash, The Holy Land. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. George Harris, the self-titled. George Benson, Shapes of Things to Come was $19.99. Jethro to Benefit. Johnny Darrell, Less Variations. Gary Mulligan. The Police. There's 2 or 3 people wanted one of those in the putback bin. That one's near mint, $24.99. 10cc, How Dare You. The Cars, self-titled. Good Times Roll. My Best Friend's Girl, Just What I Needed. I'm in Touch with Your World. Don't You Stop. You're All I've Got Tonight. Bye Bye Love, Moving in Stereo. That whole side 2 is awesome. You're All I've Got Tonight. Bye Bye Love. Probably my favorite track on the album. Moving in Stereo, as featured in Stranger Things, and All Mixed Up. What a debut album, $34.99. A really nice Bee Gees Odetta and Ike and Tina Turner. Sherry, let me know if you want that. All the comments stopped. Dolly was $24.99. The Grateful Dead was $100, and Ike and Tina was $100, or Tina Turner was sealed $135. So $135.99 that. Boy, this is going to hurt, but I'm going to sell this to Darren Davis for $20. Ow, that hurt. Especially as many people wanted the other one. All right, let me do a little bit condensing. That was the putback bin. Let me condense these with the other bin over here. I figured there'd be a few more gone out of that one. These 2 Johnnies with the 2 from earlier bidder and silver for $50. Let's see. These 2 Johnnies. Let me figure out what 2's left. This is 20. That one would be 20. This one would be 20. So I think we're going to be a little bit too far behind because, yeah, that would be, bidder was, let's see, one was 25. Yeah, we're a little bit too far apart on those. These are very clean Johnny Cash albums that we've been pulling from the Wisconsin. Let me find the other one, too. Let's see. Silver, I sold that one. That was in the putback bin. That was for $28. Yeah, this would be 25 and 20. I'm at 45 on those two. I'm at 45 on those two. But I can give you a price on the others, though. Charlie DeFrank said 20 on the Beatles, and that was the historic sessions this here. Is that what you're making offer? I would do $30 on that. $30 on that, Charlie. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It's on that, too, yes. Price on the Cars. $34.99 on the Cars. Todd Tipton. Kenny Heathcock wants Lone Star. Let's go ahead and sell that to Kenny Heathcock. The Bee Gees Odessa is $49.99. I've got an offer for $39.99. Craig, I will sell that to you. 20% off. That would be 50. I'm going to sell this to Craig for $39.99 unless Rob Barnhart wants it. Rob, if you want it, $39.99. If not, then it's sold to Craig Thomas. And I have a feeling he would say yes. Brent, give me a second. I'll give you a price on the two other. And which MHW is that? MHW. MH, Men Without Hats. That is Rhythm of Youth, $34.99. Craig Johnson, not Thomas. Yes, Craig Johnson. Sorry, way too many Craigs. Craig Johnson. Yes, he gets that for $39.99. Craig Johnson. He makes those wild offers. Let me find those two Johnny Cash that was left. So Brent, these, I think, like I said, we sold that. This was $35 recently. I think I sold it for $28. Somebody didn't pay for it. I said $25 and then $15. So that was $30 and $40. And I was at $45 on these. So I'm at $85. I'm at $85. We may be a little bit too far apart on those. I'll keep them over here in this putback bin, though, unless you say otherwise. Those are very nice. All new in the red crate. Everything you see on the table around us is all new LPs. He said 75 and sold. Okay. I'm in a very heavy selling mood tonight. That's sold to Brent for $75. Now, let me do some condensing. This is the Beatles Historic Sessions, 81 UK. I told Charlie I would do $30 for that. I'm going to condense this with the other crate. It's going to be pretty packed, but that way I can keep all those together. Once again, when we go back through that crate again, these two crates, when we go back through those a second time, it's going to be like new arrivals again on some of those titles, especially all the Elton John. I can't believe none of the Elton John albums sold, especially Honky Chateau. Especially Honky Chateau. That was a surprise. Seems like a lot of people have been asking about that recently. All right, let me figure out what else I got over here we can go through. Well, I see a Tom Waits album, Deep Purple, Gordon Lightfoot, Thompson Twins, Bob Marley. That looks good enough to me for us to go through and see what's in here. So, all buy it now, best offer. 1008. Let's go through them and see what we got. These are all buy it now, best offer. Meet me in the middle of 25. Charlie, I will say that these kind of offshoot Beatles albums, I'm not saying I have trouble selling them, but they usually stick around for a while. If I got somebody who wants one, I'm going to go ahead and sell it to you. That's sold to Charlie DeFrank for $25. I wish I had some auctions for you, but we're going through a lot more, not running auctions. Like I said, we'll have a lot tomorrow. So, man, we got like 6 packages from Japan, too. There's a lot of Japanese vinyl. Seth's got, I hope he's enjoying his birthday because he's got a lot of stuff to price when he gets here tomorrow. The best of Paul Anka, $9.99. Everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Harry Nilsson, Sandman. Harry Nilsson is $19.99. Harry Nilsson is $19.99. Harry Nilsson. We have Stephanie Mills, What You Gonna Do? Stephanie Mills is $9.99. Air Supply is $9.99. Jeffrey Osborne, Don't Stop, $14.99 on Jeffrey Osborne. Gypsy Kings is $29.99. Gypsy Kings on Elektra label, $29.99 from 1988. Peaches and Herb, Reunited and It Feels So Good. In shrink wrap with the hop sticker, $14.99. Ricky Lee Jones, The Magazine. Ricky Lee Jones is $14.99. Squeeze, Street Sweets from a Stranger, $24.99. The Temptations, Greatest Hits Volume 2, a Canadian press in $19.99. This has songs such as I Wish It Would Rain and Psychedelic Shack and I Know I'm Losing You. Well, there's some good stuff on here. $19.99. Ball of Confusion, $19.99. We have first claim out of here, Thomas Bowman on Peaches. That's sold to Thomas Bowman. Fred Carnell said 20 on Gypsy. Sell that to Fred Carnell and sell Abby Squeeze for 15. Those are all sold. We have, shrink wrap and hype sticker, Eye in the Sky, Alan Parsons Project, $19.99. $19.99. Jerry Jeff Walker, Being Free, with a promo sticker, 1970 white label promo, $64.99. First to the Temptations is Brent Rabley for $15. Holly was second. War, Why Can't We Be Friends? This has the smash hit song. Never mind, it's not on here. I thought it was. Yeah, it's on here. Lowrider, $34.99. $34.99. I was about to say, I can't discount. This is so nice. I can't discount this. But I'm glad Robert Johnson went ahead and bought it at full sticker. That's kind of like Dolly earlier. That was just like something. This is mint and shrink wrap. Sell that to Robert Johnson for sticker price. Marty was second. Lazarus was third. You're my best friend. Is that a compliment, a statement, or a claim? I guess maybe all three. He may be saying, Chad, you're my best friend. You're my best friend too. Let me see if I got some auctions. Let me find the Japanese crate. That's also a song by Queen. You're My Best Friend. It's one of my favorites, too. I truly think that's one of their best songs. Okay, I do have some Japanese stuff here that's never been tagged. Seth left it up front. I don't know if he was keeping them or what, but it's his birthday and he's not here, so let's go ahead and sell them. Especially this one on top. I don't know why he didn't. He left them in the bins the one night, but I don't think he was going to keep these. So, plus it's his birthday. He don't need these anyway. Okay, next is Brent Rabley. He offered 50 for Jerry Jeff. That's sold to Brent Rabley. Not Rabley. That's sold to Brent for 50. James Bragg, you get War for 28. All right, we have Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle. What's that doing here? $19.99 with one of the best songs of all time, Take the Money and Run. $19.99, Steve Miller Band. Steve Miller Band Anthology. That's a compilation of earlier Steve Miller Band. That came out in '72, long before he was a hit-making machine. $32.99, Steve Miller Band Anthology. All right, first, let's do a single. We've got Wham! Careless Whisper. I hope Carlene's watching. Wham! Careless Whisper. This is straight from Japan. This is taped up. This is a $15 start. Let me get it out where we can look at it. They must not have 7-inch. They must not have 7-inch sleeves over there in Japan. Careless Whisper, mint and pristine. $15 on that. $15 start. All right, and let's do Journey. Journey self-titled. This is awesome. Let me make sure what's going on here with this. It has maybe, I think some of these he set aside a couple of these first couple just because they have some scuffs. Maybe they were supposed to be checked, test played. It's like a light sleeve scuff right here. This is very, very nice. Yeah, it has some light sleeve scuffs here. Journey's going to be a $45 start. $45 start, Journey. So we're going to call that EX++ for Japanese quality. It has this original inner sleeve. It has a Journey solicitation form for Departure. That's pretty cool. It's like a little advertisement form for Departure or Infinity. Infinity. Departure. Which album is this? That is Departure. Infinity. One of the two. $45 start. Very clean copy, though. There's the Japanese insert booklet. And very cool cover. That's pre-Steve Perry, of course. Rock Best 100 Obi. $45 start. Okay, Ian wants Fly Like an Eagle. Jeff, let me know if you want that at full sticker. You were first, but he offered it at full sticker. So, Jeff, if you want that for $19.99, it's yours, Jeff, for $19.99. If you pass, it's sold to Ian. Carlene's at $15 on Wham. Journey's at $45. So Steve Miller Band is still available. Anthology. Bob Marley and the Wailers Shakedown, $29.99. Bob Marley and the Wailers Shakedown, $29.99. Deep Purple. Deep Purple is $29.99. That's their self-titled album. It's actually supposed to be sideways like this. Deep Purple is $29.99. Jeff said he would take it at full sticker, $19.99. Thompson Twins, Into the Gap, $24.99. Has Dr. Doctor on it. And Hold Me Now, Day After Day, $24.99. I forgot what their hits are, but I think a couple of them are on there. Don Quixote. This does not have the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. It's good stuff, though, because it's Mr. Gordon Lightfoot. $19.99. Journey's at 45. Jeff said sold. Brent's also at 45 on Journey. Thomas was in first. Final call on Wham for 15. Nate said he would give $24.99 for Bob Marley. Sell that to Nate Johnson. $24. Journey's at 47. The Toys. The Toys is $29.99. That's called self-titled. The Toys. It's on Dino Voice Records. $29.99. I've always wanted to listen to that. It looks like it could be really good. There's a lot going on this. $19.99 for what? Jim Queskin. Whatever happened to those good old days at Club 47? Jim Queskin. $14.99. $19.99. Jim Queskin. Warren Zevon, self-titled. It's a white label promo, $39.99. Warren Zevon, self-titled, white label promo. Does have a little bit of tape up here, $39.99 on Zevon. Neil Young, Hawks and Doves, $34.99. If you're just joining us, everything in here is buy it now, best offer, and I don't think haven't reached a deal on hardly anything tonight with anybody, except on maybe a couple high-end records. Kelly said 18 on the Thompson Twins. That's sold to Kelly for 18. Thomas, you're out on Journey. Let's go ahead and sell Carlene Wham. Japanese pressing of Careless Whisper. Thank you, Carlene. That's sold to Carlene for 15. Ballads of the Hills and Plains. Hank Williams Jr. Early Hank Williams Jr. He's dressed like an outlaw there. This is $29.99. Black MGM label, $29.99. Preston Rose said he'd give 15 for Queskin. Sell that to Preston. I'm going to put that on top of the Wham 45. John Leals at 48 on Journey. Brent says he's out on Journey. Thomas is at 51. Gordon Lightfoot was $19.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. Tina Turner, Private Dancer, and Nutbush City Limits. It's got some writing right there. $19.99, 12-inch single. Journey 51, now 53. Steely Dan, Pretzel Logic. No condition notes, gatefold. $34.99 for Pretzel Logic. Ricky, don't lose that number. Journey's at 55. CCR and Shrink Wrap, $34.99. Blue Fantasy with the gold lettering. I don't know if that's first press, but it's definitely an older press. $34.99 in Shrink Wrap. And Steely Dan. And Asia. Self-titled, Heat of the Moment, $19.99. That whole side one's good. Only time will tell. I think that's my favorite on the album. Rich Shockley, 15 on Gordon Lightfoot. That is sold to Rich Shockley. Kenneth said he'd give 30 for CCR. Sold. Chris Kirkley wants Steely Dan Pretzel Logic. Sold. John Leals out on Journey. Chris offered $29.99. Go ahead and sell it to Chris for $29.99. And final call on Journey. Thomas is at 55. 5-second timeout. Okay. $29.99 on Pretzel Logic. CCR was also 30. And final call on Journey for 55. As soon as I sell that, I'll put up two new ones. Wow. T-Rex. $49.99. Electric Warrior. It's a 71 Terre Haute. Banga Gong, Get It On. Very clean copy. Original label, original press. I can't believe that didn't sell that. Did I go through this crate? This is Deep Purple, Purple Passages, Green Warner Brothers label, OG, $39.99. Tom Waits, $34.99 for Closing Time. Yeah, I can't believe this didn't sell. The cover has some creases and some dings on it. No condition notes on the vinyl. Tom Waits, Closing Time, $34.99. Tom Waits. Round 2 by the Stylistics. That's in Shrink Wrap, $16.99 on the Stylistics. Sugarloaf, Jerry Corbetta. Sugarloaf is $14.99. OG Asia. Yes. Yes, it is. Well, yeah, that should be the right label. Original inner sleeve for sure. $19.99. Near mint with the original label. Joe South, Games People Play. $14.99 on Joe South. David Williams wants the Stylistics. T-Rex price again. T-Rex was $49.99. About a VG Plus cover. These always show a little bit of wear because they're black. It is the Gatefold 71 Terre Haute. And Rich said he will take Asia. Let's go ahead and sell Journey to Thomas Hujar. You get that for $55. Over here in my stack, we've got Boz Scaggs' Greatest Hits. Japanese pressing, mint and shrink wrap. Let me figure out why maybe this one was set aside by Mr. Hackett. He had one of these in his keep bin. He may have accidentally got two of them or something. We're going to start. This is perfect. Boz Scaggs Hits, Japanese pressing, $25 start all the great Boz Scaggs songs in one collection. There's a Japanese 2-page flip insert. There's the original inner sleeve with the lyrics, and this is a $25 start. It's also a mint cover. I don't think this one came with an Obi. I think it came with an Obi or a Hop sticker. No Obi, but I don't think it came with one. One thing, it's in shrink wrap, and if it did come with an Obi, it would have been underneath the shrink wrap. So I think that one is 100% complete. $25 on Boz Scaggs Hits. Tommy was first. David, you were second. Hank Williams, Beyond the Sunset. That's in shrink wrap, $16.99. Also has this original inner sleeve with it. Hank Williams, Beyond the Sunset, $16.99. Coming to a theater near you, Steve Smith and the Nakeds. That is a sealed copy, $9.99. Tony Childs, Union, shrink wrap and hype sticker, $9.99. And Ian and Sylvia's Greatest Hits, white label promo, $12.99. Also, this was, I had this laying over here next to me all night. This was in the put-back bin. I think it was a cassette that we auctioned, and we didn't get payment for it. This is Queensryche Empire cassette, original Queensryche Empire cassette. We'll put that up for a quick auction. $5 start on Queensryche Empire cassette. $5 start on that. That's been right over here next to me all night. Wendy Waldman is a promo copy, $9.99. The Kinks, low budget, $21.99. The Kinks, low budget. Stack Ridge Extravaganza. Stack Ridge is a white label promo, $11.99. Boz Scaggs is at $28 now with Jedit. So Tommy and David, you're both out. The Birds. This is a very nice copy of The Birds Untitled. It's a Terre Haute OG. It's a 2LP gatefold, not a 2i. It's on the second label. $24.99. Very nice copy. Surprised no one got that first time around. This is Roy Wood, On the Road Again. It is sealed. Has a saw mark up here. Sealed copy for $19.99. You can open that and have you a brand new one. The Sweet Inspirations, What the World Needs Now is Love. 68 Terre Haute, $14.99 on the Sweet Inspirations. The Moody Blues, Go Now. Early Moody Blues here. This is when they were still a British pop group before they turned a little proggy. This is $14.99. Go Now, featuring their #1 hit. We're going to sell Brent Robley, the Roy Wood, for $15. I still got the Derek Trucks cassette. I was saving that for one of our big cassette nights, but we end up doing everything at Buy It Now. But I'll get that promoted one night, let everybody know we're going to have it, and I'll put it up for auction. But it's a pretty rare cassette. I think we did see one pop up on eBay, though. I think John Young did some deep research one night and ended up finding one using a different keyword than I was using. Queensryche is at 8.8, and Boz Scaggs. I need to know if the other two bidders are in or out. Tommy Flowers and David Williams, if you could either bid or let me know if you're out on Boz Scaggs, because Jedit has it for 28. Jedit's at 28. The Queensryche cassette's at 8. Street Survivors, Leonard Skinner. This is the second cover, but it's very nice. It's $34.99. And I see less of those than I actually do the flame covers, $34.99. Manfred Mann Solar Fire, $14.99 on Manfred Mann. The Sweet Inspirations on Atlantic, 67 Terre Haute, $34.99. Fred's in on Boz Scaggs at $29. Tommy's out, so it's between David Jedit and Fred Carnell now. There it is. Another Moody Blues. Our children's, well, that's a different looking label, I think. $14.99, gatefold near mint. I love all their stuff. That's enough for me now. Peter Yarrow. That's a white label promo. $11.99 on Peter Yarrow. The Songs of Stephen Foster. 1954 mono. What a cool cover with a steamboat on there. The Songs of Stephen Foster. That's from 1954. That was the year my father was born. That record was being put out on the shelf. $12.99. Charlie. Fantasy Girls. That's $9.99 for Charlie Fantasy Girls. Less Variation, Cafe de Paris. That's a sealed copy for $16.99. John Denver, Seasons of the Heart, $9.99. And Little River Band, self-titled, $9.99. Jedit's at 32 on Boz Scaggs. Final call on the Queensryche. Clay Moore, you're out. Chris Gardner was in first on this at 8. And Clay, you were out on that. So, Boz Scaggs, $29.32. Brent said 8 on Stephen Foster. Sell that to Brent Robley for $8. Jedit's at 32 on Boz. And Robert Johnson wants Little River Band. Now, there's still some great stuff in here in the category of I cannot believe this did not sell. Todd Tipton, if you want the Charlie album, I will sell it to you for $8. Does have some writing and sticker on it. but I'll do that 20% off at $8. Jeff H is next, or actually, Fred was next on Boz at 35. Jeff H said HWBTS12. He's being very cryptic with me. HWBTS12. 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 It might be faster if you could just let me know what that stands for. And Todd said he'll pass on Charlie. Go ahead and sell that to him for $5 then. No records left behind. You get that for $5. Boz Skaggs is at $35 with Fred Cardinal. And we have Joe Zanelli wants the Tony Childs Union. That is right here. Tony Childs Union. That is right here in shrink wrap, and that is $9.99. Claymore's out on Queensryche cassette. That means it's sold to Chris Gardner for $8. Queensryche cassette sold for $8. Jedit, you're out on Boz Skaggs. Fred's at $35. Now we're going to find out what HWBTS is. Let's go through this crate one more time. The Best of Paul Anka, $9.99. Harry Nilsson, Sandman, $19.99. Harry Nilsson, 1999. Stephanie Mills, What You're Gonna Do is $9.99. We have Air Supply, Sherry. This is called Air Supply, self-titled. It is near mint with the original inner sleeve, $9.99. Jeffrey Osborne, Don't Stop, $14.99. Ricky Lee Jones, The Magazine, $14.99. And Steve Miller Band, Anthology, $32.99. Boz Skaggs is at $37 with Jedit. Fred Cardinal, you're out. Can you show the label right quick on Tom Waits? Tom Waits' closing time is $34.99. It's on Asylum Records. Vinyl is EX Plus to Near Mint Minus, about a VG or VG Plus cover. Let's see here. Next was Best Price on Sweet Inspirations. I think there was two, wasn't there? Let's see. There's one Sweet Inspirations. There's two Sweet Inspirations. Paul T. There's two different Sweet Inspirations. There's this one, which is self-titled from 1967, $34.99, and What the World Needs Now Is Love is $14.99. If you're buying that one, if you're buying both of them, I'll do 10 and 25. I'll do $35 for both of them, and they're very nice copies. Jeff said HW, so that was Hank Williams BTS 12. Now let's figure out what that was. I think there was a BTS Hank Williams Beyond the Sunset 12. We had $16.99 on it. Sell that for $12 to Jeff H. He gets Hank Williams Sr. for $12. Toys condition, when you get to it, please. I'll go ahead and get to it now. The toys. We're getting very close to it. Or have we already got to it? It was pretty much the next record. The toys is $29.99. Dino Voice Records. It's closer to the EX Plus than Near Mint. I see some sleeve scuffs right here. So yeah, that's closer to the EX or EX Plus side than Near Mint Minus. Pretty nice cover though. VG Plus or better, $29.99. Sherry, I will do $8 on the Air Supply. That is a Near Mint record. That is very nice. $8 on Air Supply, Sherry, if you want that. Lazarus said he'd give $24 on Warren Zevon. Let's go ahead and sell that to Lazarus for $24. Paul T said he would do both Sweet Inspirations. Tanner, that was $35 for both of them, however you want to work that up. That's sold to Paul T, $35 for both of them. T-Rex label and condition. T-Rex is a 71 Terre-Haute OG reprise, near mint vinyl, $49.99. VG Plus cover, $49.99. Fred Cardinal was out on Boz Skaggs. That sold to Jedit for $37. Jedit gets Boz Skaggs for $37. Before I go any further, let me start two new auctions. I do have another Beatles 67 to 70. I have a Beatles 67 to 70. Let's take a look at it. This is a check condition one. This is closer to VG Plus on our Japanese standards. This does have a couple marks on it here and there. So VG Plus on that one. I think the last one we started at a deal that was in the putback bin. We'll do the same for this one. This is an Apple pressing, 2 LP with the original inner sleeve. This has just the discography book. It's got the Obi. It's a little tattered here and there. Just a $20 start though on that. $20 start on 67 to 70. VG Plus by Japanese standard conditions. And let's do, let me see. Well, I feel like we sold all 3 of these last night, but let's try to sell them again. These are different copies. This is the Eagles, 71 to 75. These are some of the biggest selling albums of all time in Japan. That's why we have them like every night. But people always need them or want them. This is also a VG Plus by Japanese standards. It has 1 mark right here. And this is the Eagles' greatest hits. Also a $20 start on that. If you don't have this album, for the quality it is, being Japanese, even in that condition, still very nice. There's some kind of punch card. And it has cover of Obi, just a $20 start on that. Okay, so now, before I go any further in the rest of this crate, let me remind you of what's still in here. They're all buy it now best offer. We still have Tom Waits, T-Rex, The Toys, Steve Miller Band Anthology, Ricky Lee Jones, Jeffrey Osborne, Air Supply, Stephanie Mills, Nielsen, and Paul Anka. We got bids from Lazarus on both Japanese auctions, $20 and $20. Here's what's left in this bin. Deep Purple, self-titled, $29.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Neil Young, Hawks and Doves, $34.99. Ballads of the Hills and Plains, Hank Williams Jr., $29.99. Tina Turner, Private Dancer, 12-inch single, $19.99. Deep Purple, Purple Passages on the original label, $39.99. Sugarloaf, Jerry Corbetta, that is $14.99. Joe South, Games People Play, $14.99. Coming to a theater near you, Steve Smith and the Nakeds, Sealed, $9.99. Ian and Sylvia's Greatest Hits, White Label Promo, $12.99. This is VG Plus vinyl, VG Plus cover, VG Plus Obi. All right. Wendy Waldman. We have the Kinks Low Budget, Stack Ridge, The Birds Untitled, The Moody Blues, Leonard Skinner Street Survivors, Manfred Mann, The Moody Blues, Peter Yarrow, Less Variations, and John Denver. Charlie offered $14 for T-Rex. I can't believe it, but we're selling T-Rex for $40, the Charlie DeFrank. So here's like one of the biggest ones I'd say was Tom Waits' Closing Time. It's still available, $34.99. And Neil, My Best Price on the Birds is so nice, $20 on the Birds, and that's best price. Bundle on Hellbound Train, Caribou, Untitled, $42. Also no Canadian shipping details. That's a lot. First of all, I think 2 of those are in the last crate. Untitled may be sold in what was $42. And then here's how Canadian shipping works. We do it at cost plus maybe a little bit for handling. We basically, every week or every 2 weeks, whatever you bought, we pack it. We give you a quote. You pay the invoice for shipping. You pay for your records first, then we pack them. Then you pay for an invoice for shipping. Yeah. And basically, so we do $7 in limited shipping in here. The reason we do it a little bit extra, like, so if it's like $35 to ship to you, or let's say it's $20 to ship to you, we may charge like $23, a few dollars just for handling because it's a couple extra steps on that. Sherry Darnell wants the Tom Waits, and Neil, all you got to do is say yes on the Birds. Pass is the worst word you could say for this. It's a perfect copy. $20 if anybody wants it. Neil says he passes. Let's go ahead and sell Lazarus, the Eagles, for $20. And just so everybody knows, the Beatles is already at $20, and that's a final call. So if anybody wants this, it is $20 is the final bid or the current bid, and we're about to sell. Lazarus, though, does get the Eagles for $20. Okay, I think we got plenty of time to go through one more bin. Beatles, though, we already have a $20 bid on this. We have 20, 20, and 20, and now 21. Nate Johnson's at 21. VG Plus condition overall on that one. I got another crate here. Let's go through it. We had a feeling we was going to go to 11 o'clock anyway tonight, just going back through stuff, and I'm glad we did because we have sold a lot, especially putbacks, and we got a lot more to go through. Beatles is at 23. Eagles was sold to Lazarus for 20. Let's see here. I got a couple more over here. We got a Paul McCartney and Wings, Venus and Mars. Let me figure out what's going on with this one. Paul McCartney and Wings, Venus from Mars. First, the vinyl looks like it's EX, maybe, instead of pristine, maybe closer to EX. Just a 1 or 2, maybe stray marks. It has a Japanese insert with it. It has an original inner sleeve. And the Obi is ripped. $15 start. Does have a ripped Obi. Still presents very well. It's a gatefold. $15 start on Venus and Mars, Paul McCartney. The Beatles is on black vinyl. The Beatles is on black vinyl. 20, 21, 23, now 25. All right, let's see what's in this crate. Everything's Buy It Now Best Offer. The Best of Michael Martin Murphey. And yes, that does have the hit song Wildfire on it. $14.99 for Triple M. Elvis, Separate Ways. Elvis is $9.99. Randy Newman, Little Criminals. $19.99 for Randy Newman. The Gary Puckett album. Gary Puckett, $12.99. To Lefty from Willie in shrink wrap, $14.99. Mike Post wants MMM. That's sold to Mike Post. 10 Years of Dirt, the Best of Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, $19.99. No, it does not have Fishing in the Dark on it. Carlos Santana, Mahavishnu, John McLaughlin, $19.99. We have Steppenwolf, Slow Flux. Steppenwolf is $19.99. Leo Sayer, Just a Boy, $14.99. Anthony's out on the Beatles. Lazarus has that for $25. Looking for a $15 start on Paul McCartney. Wednesday morning, 3 a.m., Simon and Garfunkel, $12.99. Wednesday morning, 3 a.m., $12.99. Nate Johnson said 10 on To Lefty from Willie. That's sold to Nate for 10. Elvis Presley, the legendary recordings of Elvis Presley. That's a candlelight music box set for $44.99. That's a heck of a box. $44.99. Scotty's at 15 on Paul McCartney. Final Call, 25 and 15 on both of those. Culture Club, From Luxury to Heartache, $24.99 on Culture Club. The Boomtown Rats, Mondo Bongo, $19.99. Renaissance, Ashes Are Burning. Renaissance is $9.99. The Best of the Righteous Brothers, $19.99. The Best of the Righteous Brothers, $19.99. Moonglow Records. Charlie Rich, Behind Closed Doors, $9.99. And Santana, Caravanserai, Gatefold, very clean. That vinyl is near mint, $19.99. Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark, 12-inch single, $14.99. Lazarus gets the Beatles for $25, and Scotty Hops gets Paul McCartney for $15. I do have some more Japanese stuff. First, we have the Beatles, ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Let me figure out what's going on with this one. ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2. This is like VG Plus Japanese quality. So $10 start on ABBA. $10 start on ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2. It has a Japanese insert with it, has the original inner sleeve. ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2 by Japanese standards, $10 start on that. $10 start, ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2. I also have a couple Beatles 45s over here. What do we have here? We have Let It Be, You Know My Name, and Ticket to Ride, and Yes It Is. Both of these will be a $25 start. Let It Be, You Know My Name, and Ticket to Ride, Yes It Is. Both are near mint, pristine Japanese pressings. $25 start on that. Abby Billington gets Bruce Springsteen for 10. I'll lay that on top of Paul McCartney. And Lazarus is at 15 on ABBA. We have a $5 offer for the Paul Anka album from the last crate. What have I done with the last crate? I guess that's it here. Boontar Jones. Best of Paul Anka. Sell that to Boontar for $5. Next is Cover Me, Bruce Springsteen. $14.99 for Cover Me. Styx, Cornerstone, $19.99. Final Call on ABBA, and looking for a $25 start on the two Beatles 45s. Rod Stewart, Foolish Behavior, Shrink Wrap, and Hype Sticker. And it has the poster, which the Hype Sticker is advertising. Rod Stewart is $19.99. Men at Work, Business as Usual. Who can it be now? $24.99. Near mint with the original inner sleeve. ABBA's at 17 with Jet It. John Lill offered 15 for Styx. That's sold to John Lill for 15. Moody Blues, On the Threshold of a Dream. $14.99 on the Moody Blues, On the Threshold of a Dream. $14.99. Miriam Makeba, Pata Pata, 67 Pittman Press. Tricolor Steamboat, original label, $29.99 on Miriam Makeba, $29.99. Doug Kershaw, The Louisiana Man, $19.99. Sell Kelly the Men at Work for $18. That's sold to Kelly. We have Oliver, Good Morning Starshine. Oliver is $9.99. Procol Harum, Exotic Birds and Fruit. Procol Harum is $19.99. And Linda Ronstadt, Mad Love, $9.99. Rockpile, Seconds of Pleasure, $19.99 on Rockpile. And Emmylou Harris, $14.99. Emmylou Harris 13 is $14.99. ABBA is at $20 with Jet It. Lazarus, you're out. Final Call on the two Beatles 45s for $25. Emmylou Harris, Quarter Moon in a 10-cent Town. Emmylou Harris is $14.99. Iron Butterfly, Metamorphosis. Original label, very nice copy. Iron Butterfly, Gatefold, $19.99 on Iron Butterfly. Larry's at $25 on the Beatles. This is the Lovin' Spoonful featuring Joe Butler, Revolution 69, $19.99. Blues Roots, the Dave Brubeck Trio featuring Gary Mulligan, 68 Terre Haute, $34.99. Jetty, you're out on ABBA. Lazarus is back in at 22. Yes, this is 2 Japanese Beatles 45s on Apple. Let It Be, You Know My Name, look up the number. And Ticket to Ride, yes it is. That's 25 for both. Larry Smith is in, and that's going twice, going 3 times. And so is ABBA, because Jetty's now out. ABBA's at 22 of Lazarus, going twice, going 3 times. The Beatles, Mercy Beat, that's a 75 UK. The Decca Audition Tapes, $39.99. Bob Dylan, New Morning, $34.99 on Bob Dylan, New Morning. Jimi Hendrix, Smash Hits, $34.99 on Hendrix Smash Hits. Very clean looking copy. If you're just joining us or maybe forgot what was going on, these are all buy it now best offer. Going back through some stuff, don't hesitate to make offers. The Band, Islands, $34.99 on The Band, Islands, and Bruce Springsteen, The River. This is in shrink wrap. It's also complete with the original inner sleeves and the lyric insert, $34.99. Larry, you're out on the Beatles. Tony bid 26. Rich Russo offered 16 for Rod Stewart. That's sold to Rich Russo for $16. That is this one right here, perfect copy, shrink wrap, pop sticker, and the poster. And let's go ahead and tag ABBA to Lazarus for $22. Larry's back in on the 2 Beatles for $27. Let me go behind the counter right quick and see what other Japanese pressings we have. I think we can come up with a few more that I hadn't got around to yet. More ABBA, Jeff Beck, the Beatles, and this thing. And then there's some stuff from last night. I also got a few high-end records up here. Oh, I meant to go through all those. I got to email him about those returns. We can't get returns on them. We need to sell them. I'll do that tonight or tomorrow. Got another ABBA. I have another ABBA, the album. I think this was, for some reason, set aside. See what's going on with this. It actually looks pretty nice. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll start it just at $15. This is called ABBA, the album. I'm going to say the vinyl on this one is near mint and pristine. The Beatles is at 28. Larry Smith, you're out. So another $15 start ABBA. This one looks really nice. I just don't think it got marked. It has 2 inserts with it. Yeah, it has 3 inserts, including the original inner sleeve. With Obi, $15 start on that ABBA. That's ABBA the album. As soon as the Beatles is done, we'll do Jeff Beck or Rubber Soul next. All right, Def Leppard Hysteria. I don't have that right now. Gene Simmons Picture Disc, an original from 1978, $79.99. Gene Simmons Picture Disc. I might slip that in tomorrow stuff because I think we got some Kiss stuff tomorrow as well. Thomas said he'd give 10 for the Emmylou Harris. That's sold to Thomas Bowman for $10. David Bosworth is at 15 on ABBA. And that's going once, going twice. Larry's out on the Beatles. Tony Murphy has those for 28. Going twice, going 3 times. Boy, a nice looking copy of Harvest, $34.99. Neil Young Harvest. This is a reissue based on the label. It is a perfect copy though, $34.99. ABBA's at 20 with Craig Johnson. Nat King Cole, St. Louis Blues, $14.99. Oh, that is the wrong Emmylou. I pulled the wrong Emmylou. That was Quarter Moon, $13. Nice eyes, Thomas. There's Nat King Cole again. And Dwayne Eddy Water Skiing. Dwayne Eddy is $14.99. So quick update on the comments. Larry's out on the Beatles. Let's go ahead and sell those to Tony Murphy for $28. David bid 15 on ABBA. I'm new here. Do you have any metal? Yes. Tomorrow night, we're going to have like 5 hours worth of it. All night with some other stuff. Metal comes in waves. We have probably 50,000 albums. We don't have probably much metal unless you want new pressings. Now, if you want new stuff, we've got a bunch of it. If you're wanting OG stuff, that's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central Time. But if you're looking for new stuff, like we've got it everywhere. We've got all kinds of new copies. But all the OG stuff, it's auctioned, it sells immediately. It's not like I just have full crates of OG metal albums. Those are gone instantly. But, you know, we've got all kinds of different stuff just in bins of new vinyl. So I'm assuming most people, when they ask, they want OG stuff. And if you do, we get collections in. We sell it here every night if we have it, and then it's all gone. So if you can tune in, you'll see it then. tomorrow night. ABBA 20, ABBA 22, ABBA 25. And next is Ray Stevens. This is, somebody's been asking for this. Ray Stevens, Boogity Boogity. This is 1999, Testament. I don't think we'll have any Testament tomorrow. For some reason, that's extremely difficult to find and very expensive. The Statler Brothers, Flowers on the Wall, $9.99. The Statler Brothers. Pete Seeger and Arlo Guthrie together, $29.99. ABBA's at $26. David Sanborn, As We Speak, $9.99. We will check the T's for Testament, but I don't think we have anything in new vinyl either. I think it's all back out of stock and out of print. John Stewart, Canyons in the Rain, $19.99 for John Stewart, Canyons in the Rain. Simon and Garfunkel, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme, $14.99. And we have Neil Sedaka Sings His Greatest Hits, $9.99. Cowboys from Hell is $34.99. It's on colored vinyl. ABBA's at $26. David Bosworth offered $15 for Ray Stevens. Sell that to David Bosworth for $15. The Nat King Cole, I don't know if we do have a year on it. Hey, we actually found some Testament. $14.99. I should have known that. I went through the alphabetical order stuff the other night. Souls of Black is $38.99, and Pennomic is $34.99. Pennomic is $34.99, and Souls of Black is $28.99. Sometimes I don't say we have stuff, and we actually do have it. Uriah Heep, Salisbury, $19.99. The Beatles in Italy, a 1981 Holland press, $39.99. The Nat King Cole looks like it's from, I don't have a year on it, but let me take a look at the Capitol label. Based on that label, that's got to be late 50s or early 60s. Craig's at 28 on ABBA. Let me go ahead and get our next Japanese auction going, which is Jeff Beck Gold Disc. Let me figure out what's going on with this one. This one didn't get marked, but I don't know if it's check condition or what. We have near mint and pristine vinyl. Yeah, very nice. There's nothing wrong with this one. I just don't think it got marked. This is a $15 start. $15 start on the Jeff Beck. Just a $15 start. Some of these, I don't know why I'm starting so low. I am. Jeff Beck. Go Disc. High bidder gets it. $15 start. That's a Jeff Beck compilation, like a hits comp. Craig Johnson wants the Nat King Cole. Craig Ruth wants Testament. And Lazarus, that just sold. That was $38.99. Music on vinyl pressing. And I've got Testament, Pennomic, if anybody's interested in that, $34.99. Souls of Black is sold to Craig Ruth. David Bosworth's at $15 on Jeff Beck. Nate's at $16. ABBA's at $28 with Craig Johnson. Final call on ABBA. We're about to sell that so I can put up the Beatles. I'm going to read what titles are left in this crate. If there's anything you're interested in. Excuse me, let me know. Great stuff in here still left. It's all bought now, best offer. I'm just going to read the titles. Final call on ABBA. Jeff Beck's at 18. Elvis, Separate Ways, the Gary Puckett album. Randy Newman, Little Criminals. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, The Best Of. Carlos Santana, Steppenwolf. Leo Sayer, and Simon and Garfunkel. I'm going to put the Elvis box set in the back. We have Elvis, the legendary recordings of Elvis Presley box set. Culture Club, Boomtown Rats, Renaissance, The Righteous Brothers, Charlie Rich, Santana, Bruce Springsteen, The Moody Blues, Miriam Makeba, Doug Kershaw, and Oliver. ABBA is sold for $28 to Craig Johnson. We have Rubber Soul. Let's figure out what's going on with Rubber Soul, a classic. I'm looking through you. I see nothing wrong with the vinyl. It has actually got one mark right here. It does. It has one, that's actually one mark right here. One mark right here on side one. You can barely feel it. Side one. So this does have a mark on it. That's why we're only going to start it for $20. Side one has a mark. It looks like it goes through most of track one, a feelable, light feeler as we call them. Has the Japanese insert with it. It is a very nice copy with Obi though. $20 start on Rubber Soul. Nick Bargeron is at 18 on Beck. Everybody else is out. Procol Harum, Exotic Birds and Fruit. We have Linda Ronstadt, Mad Love. Seconds of Pleasure, Rock Pile. We have Iron Butterfly, Quarter Moon in a 10-Cent Town, Emmylou Harris. Love and Spoonful, Blues Roots, Dave Brubeck Quartet. The Beatles, Decca Sessions, Bob Dylan, New Morning. Jimi Hendrix, Smash Hits. The Band, Islands and Shrink Wrap. And Bruce Springsteen, The River. That's Near Mint in Shrink Wrap. Jeff Beck's at 18. David's at 20 on Rubber Soul. Sean McNeil said he'll take the Testaments. Well, one of them had already been claimed. I still have Penomic if you're okay with just that one. And then I can look into trying to get you a copy of Souls of Black before the end of the week. I may can get that still in stock. Also, if you're a first-time buyer, we do $7 in limited shipping. $7 in limited shipping. We're having a sale tonight. If you're into metal, you'll definitely want to tune in tomorrow, which is Thursday. Then we're also going to do this again on Friday and Saturday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's 6 sales, $7 unlimited shipping. $7 unlimited shipping. Let's see, Rubber Soul 20, Jeff Beck 19, Rubber Soul 25. Nick's out on Jeff Beck. Gene Simmons picture disc. We may start, if no one makes an offer on that tonight, we might do it for a low start tomorrow. Neil Young Harvest, a beautiful copy. Old Man, Heart of Gold. This is beautiful, near mint, $34.99. Demonic, not Penomic. Demonic. I think you may be right. Boy, that looks uncomfortable, having all those nails driven into your head like that. Looks a little uncomfortable. Mark Barbosa says Rock Pile, condition and price. Rock Pile is near mint, $19.99. It is a truly near mint record. Brent's at 27 on Rubber Soul. We're going to sell him Neil Young for 28. And Dwayne Eddy water skiing. Flowers on the Wall, Statler Brothers. Pete Seeger, best price on Gene Simmons. Tonight, $65. It's really nice. It's really nice. Original plastic that came with it. The actual picture disc is nice. And a nice sleeve. So I've seen some of these really worn out before. You can buy it now, or I'm probably going to put it up for auction tomorrow and just see what it brings. But you never know. Could bring more than, I've got it marked $79.99. It could bring more than that. It could just get like one bid. You never know. But $65 tonight. Darren, I'm going to sell you the Statler Brothers for $7. Stevens at $30 on Rubber Soul. And Jeff Beck is at, where are we at on Jeff Beck? Hold on a second. We had Rubber Soul. The RS's is messing me up because usually, I guess that's for Rubber Soul, but I'm thinking Beatles. Nick said out on Jeff Beck, and we was at 19 with Nate Johnson. Then Rubber Soul 22, Rubber Soul 27. Mark asked Rock Pile, price and condition, near mint $19.99. We sold Neil Young to Brent Robley for $28. Charlie DeFrank bid $20 on Jeff Beck. Craig offered $15 for River. Was that Bruce Springsteen? We had that one. We might be too far apart on that one. That was in shrink wrap, original inner sleeves, $34.99 on that one. So maybe I'll work with you if you want to resubmit an offer. Best price on Gene. We're going to go ahead and sell that to Tony Riddle for $65. And of course, underneath that, we sold Statler Brothers for $7. That's $65 to Tony Riddle. Next is Mark Barbosa, offered $15 for Rock Pile. Let me figure out what I've done with that because I'm going to sell it to him for $15. Where are you, Rock Pile? Rock Pile is right here. That's sold to Mark Barbosa for $15. And Craig said he'd give $30 for the River. That's sold to Craig Johnson. Jeff Beck's at $21. So here's where our auctions are at. This is, there was nothing wrong with this. Jeff Beck, Gold Disc compilation. Very nice. David Bosworth at $21. Rubber Soul had a light feelable mark on track 1. High bid on that is at $30 with Stephen Chesney. So $30 on Rubber Soul, and Jeff Beck is at $21 with David Bosworth. That's where we're at. Now, there's still some great stuff in here. Maybe there might just not be the right person on watching that needs it. But there's some great titles in here before I bring up either another new crate or something. We're probably going to stop around 11 o'clock tonight, but we still got a lot of people watching. So we wasn't even going to have a sale tonight. It's turned out to be a great night because we figured, me and Tanner kind of coordinated after I woke up. I was like, well, what are we going to do tonight? And I was like, well, you know what? We probably could have a whole show of nothing but putbacks and really, really good records that we hadn't been through lately. So let's see what we have in here. The Beatles in Italy, Uriah Heep Salisbury, Neil Sedaka, Simon & Garfunkel. $20 for both Simon & Garfunkel, Leslie. I will sell you both Simon & Garfunkel. I think there's another one back here. Sell these to Leslie for $10 and $10, or $19.99 for both. Next is $28 for Brubeck. Let me find Brubeck for $28, and we're going to sell that to Scott Snee. Let me figure out which one that is. That's this one. Sell that to Scott Snee for $28. Now we're at Jeff Beck 22, Jeff Beck 23. That means final call on Rubber Soul. Stephen Chesney has that for $30. The Beatles in Italy, Uriah Heep, Neil Sedaka, John Stewart, David Sanborn, Pete Seeger and Arlo Guthrie, Dwayne Eddy, The Band, Jimi Hendrix, Smash Hits, Bob Dylan, The Beatles Deck Auditions, Love and Spoonful, Emmylou Harris, Iron Butterfly, Linda Ronstadt, Procol Harum, Oliver, Doug Kershaw, Mary Makeba, Moody Blues, Bruce Springsteen, Santana, Charlie Rich, Righteous Brothers, Renaissance, Boomtown Rats, Culture Club, Steppenwolf, Carlos Santana, 10 Years of Dirt by Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Randy Newman, Gary Puckett, Elvis, and Elvis. David, you're back out, and John Lane. Nate Johnson has this for $24. We can go ahead and sell Rubber Soul to Stephen Chesney for $30. Boomtown Rats 5. I think we're a little bit too off on that one. That would be $15 if you want it. Maybe you meant to put a 1 in front of the 5. Makeba, Gus C., the Marion Makeba. Marion Makeba is right here. It is a 1967 Pittman Press tricolor steamboat, $29.99. Gus C. Beautiful copy. John Lang's out on Beck. Abby Palace is on Boomtown. And Beck is now at $25. Nate and John, you're both out on Jeff Beck. Who wants this Beatles book for $5.99? This is an insert that goes in. We got an extra one somehow. It goes in 62 to 66. It's the lyric book. It passes as a Beatles lyric book. Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even tried, girl. That's the lyrics to Please Please Me. Price on Steppenwolf, Nick Bargeron. That was $19.99. That was Steppenwolf. Gus C. said he'll take it, and that was Marion Makeba. That sold to Gus C. Steppenwolf Slow Flux was $19.99. Foil cover, near mint. Jeff Beck. John Lang's out. Looks like we're down to David Bosworth and Nate Johnson. Nate, if you could let me know if you're in or out on the Jeff Beck Japanese pressing. Let's see what else I got over here on the table. I don't know if I want to go through a whole nother bin of vintage. What else do we got around here? I got plenty of new vinyl, but I have a feeling most of y'all are probably looking for vintage or vintage deals. Let's see here. Any Beatles? I got a bunch of Beatles magazines I've been meaning to show. I don't know if right now is the right time for that. I was going to do a bunch of those on sale. I got some pretty cool paperbacks. Old paperbacks. I don't know if I'll do all that together in one night. Plenty of cassettes, Funkos, puzzles. What do we got tonight? Funkos, puzzles, Kiss. Any requests? This is a great time for new vinyl requests. Somebody requested Testament earlier. Let's see. Nate's out on Cream, or Nate's out on Beck. Let's go ahead and sell Beck then. David, you get Beck for $25. Oh, my phone just died. That's not good. Let me go get a charger. So that was sold to David for, I think I said 25, right? Clay Moore gets this for $5.99. Thomas, I'm sorry I just sold the Beck, and I need to go get a charger for my phone. Boy, my phone's never died during the sale. Usually I monitor that, but I guess I accidentally clicked off my 10% battery warning, I guess. So if you're commenting right now, I may not be able to see it because when I get back over there, I won't be able to see. The only thing I can see is whatever's on the screen until I get my phone back up. Let's see. New Tesla. I don't have anything new by Tesla at all. Price on Greta Van Fleet, $33.99. $33.99. I'm really surprised I hadn't sold out of these yet. $33.99. Alice Cooper reissues new album. I will post a pre-order for the new album, Tony. Yes, I will do that. Let's see. Greta Van Fleet is $33.99 from the Fires. $33.99. Tanner, let me know if I'm missing comments because this monitor don't always show everything. Queen is $39.99. What are you asking for the ASC box set? We sold one last night, $499.99, Paul Bill. $499. We sold one to Dan Olson last night. That means I've got 3 left. Alice in Chains Dirt box sets, $499.99. Queen's Greatest Hits, 2 LP, Abbey Road Half-Speed Master, $39.99. Bohemian Rhapsody, another one Bites the Dust, Killer Queen, Fat Bottom Girls. There's that song we were singing earlier. Not really singing, but You're My Best Friend. Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Somebody to Love, Now I'm Here, Play the Game, Flash. That is $39.99. Can you get the Killer reissue? I can. That's through Friday Music. I can do that. And Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, $36.99. $36.99. Kanye West, late registration, $41.99. Kanye West, late registration, $41.99. Paul Simon, Graceland, $34.99. Paul Simon, Graceland, $34.99. Thin Lizzy, Jailbreak, $36.99. Kanye West, Yee, Yay. I thought it was Yee. It's like Yay, like his name. Yeah, Yay. I Hate Being Bipolar. It's awesome. $33.99. UHQ Pretzel Logic. I need to check on that for you, Craig. I didn't stop ordering those, but those are like the slimmest margin records I sell, are those UHQR box sets, and we have to ship them, but I can get them though. Let me fire my phone up, get back to where I was, close out of everything, and now I can see chats again. Let me get back on the chat. Okay, so From the Fires, Lazarus, let me know if you want that. We also got Dixie Chicks, Wide Open Spaces, $29.99 for the Dixie Chicks. Kraftwerk, The Man Machine, that's actually on red vinyl, $31.99. Tool, Opiate, Tool is $23.99. Tool, $23.99. Dead Kennedys, Plastic Surgery Disasters, $26.99. We sold one of these in the putbacks tonight. We have one more. White Stripes Elephant, limited edition colored vinyl, 20th anniversary, $49.99. Bob Marley, Exodus, $36.99 for Bob Marley. Boston self-titled debut, $28.99. Moby Play, Moby is $39.99. Lana Del Rey, did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? That is the green vinyl with the alternate almost nude artwork, or a little bit of nudity, $44.99. The Cult, $31.99. Gatefold, black vinyl remaster. Kelly Gabney wants Boston, self-titled. That's sold to Kelly Gabney. Now Yearbook, 78, triple LP pink vinyl. That is $59.99. Now Yearbook. Cage the Elephant, Tell Me I'm Pretty. Cage the Elephant is $28.99. Lazarus wants The Cult Love. That's sold to Lazarus. We have Aerosmith's Greatest Hits, $28.99. Power Mad, Absolute Power. Power Mad is $38.99. Limited edition 1000. Power Mad is $38.99. Jethro Tull, Rock Flute, Coke Bottle Clear Vinyl with booklet, $38.99 for Jethro Tull's newest album. Ghost, Pantomime maybe, $26.99. Tan Vinyl, Ghost. Weird Al Yankovic, Pink Vinyl, $44.99. Weird Al. Tonic, Lemon Parade, $38.99. And Sly and the Family Stone, there's a riot going on red vinyl, $31.99. Procol Harum, best price from the last bin. That was Exotic Birds and Fruits, I'm pretty sure. Procol Harum right here. I will do $15 on that, Kelly. $15 on the Procol Harum. Green Chrysalis label, OG, near mint. $15 on that. Okay, I think that's where she said I'll take it. If there's nothing else, unless I missed any request during that last little shuffle when my phone died, now's the time. I'm waiting for Paul Bill to say I'll take. Paul Bill's about to comment, Chad, I'll take one of those AIC box sets. But you don't get an air horn. It's 1 penny short. Oh, not what I wanted to see. Can you order Red Declaration? We're going to write that down right now, please, Tanner. Red Declaration, I'll let you know. I'll wait on AIC. Can I go that high tonight? Oh, you just crushed all of my hopes and dreams of calling it a fantastic night. It has been a fantastic night, though. Jesus and Mary Chain. I need to order some of those, too. Can't believe I hadn't sold out of these. Black Flag Damage. I'm going to go through this crate tomorrow night, probably first thing. Black Flag Damage, $36.99. The problem with discount the AIC anymore is the shipping. Like I said, the last one sold on Discogs was $4.75, but I don't know what they charge for shipping. That's one thing, because it's a big box set, and we got to ship that separately. So let's just think about it a little longer, Paul. I'm sure we might can do some kind of deal for the end of the week, but right now it is. But right now I'm at $4.99. Now I can work maybe a little bit, but I have a feeling that last one sold, and plus they start at $500. I don't know what they're charging for shipping on there on those. I can't remember. I'll have to get on there and see, but I will try to do a deal before the end of the week. Just I won't forget. Maybe you can hop on maybe tomorrow night That'd be a great night to do it tomorrow night because we're going to be moving a lot of merchandise. The Venom, Sean, that was marked for $59.99, so I can't do that. Right now, especially not showing it again tomorrow, I would have to have $55 for it. So we might be a little bit too far apart on that one. $55. Okay, that's it for tonight. That was we went live at 8. It's 11. Well, we went live at about 8:04. It's 11:04 now. We went through all the non-payments and putbacks. I may make a video of all the leftovers for that. There's still some great leftovers on the putbacks. And we'll be back tomorrow. Great lineup of stuff tomorrow. Great lineup of stuff tomorrow. So thanks, everybody. See you again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. It's early for me, so we're going to start working on tomorrow night's sale. We got some great stuff to work out and price for tomorrow night's sale. So thanks. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I hope you're tuning in. It won't be just metal or thrash or punk or hardcore. We'll have a lot of other stuff as usual in between while we're auctioning stuff. So thanks. See y'all tomorrow. Be sure to tune in. Thanks for watching. Thank you for paying your invoices. And we'll see y'all tomorrow at 7.